Go.
Slater.
Yeah, man.
Fitzgerald.
Here.
Golly, Duke, you must have them girls wrapped around your finger. That makes 7 for the day.
Now, I gotta be honest with you, Gomer. Only 6 count. One's from a guy. How do you like that? None from Cindy today.
Slater.
Ah, there it is.
Gottschalk.
Yeah.
Pyle.
Joe!
Good old Susie's. You hadn't missed a day yet.
Hey, you did pretty good, too, Gomer. Who are they from?
Well, this one's from Ida Carrington, and this one's from Lila Mae Pruitt.
Well, will you
And
look at that? You know, in your own quiet way, I think you do all right for yourself.
Well,
I bet you left a string of broken hearts back home, you sly dog, you.
Oh, come on, Duke.
Sergeant Carter.
Here. Right here. Here. Yeah.
Ain't that nice? Sergeant Carter got a letter from a girl, too.
Gottschalk. Yeah. Tupper. Here. Oppenheim. Yep. Mitchell. Here. McIntyre. Here. Davenport. Here. Dugan. Here. Markowitz. Here. Spencer. Yo.
Here's a letter from the girl, Gomer. Tire sale. Buy 1 tire at the regular price and get a 2nd tire at half price. Man, that sure is sexy.
I think that's a shame. I just can't figure out why Sergeant Carter don't never get no mail.
Wake up, Gomer. If you were a girl, would you write to him?
Oh, no. I think so.
Why?
Well, 'cause when it comes to getting letters, he's just like any of the rest of us. He's got feelings just like we got. Just because he's a sergeant don't mean he's made out of stone. I think it'd mean a whole lot to him to get a letter from a girl.
Well, why don't you get one of your girlfriends back home to write to him? Dear Sergeant Carter, Gomer Pyle has written and described you to me. All I can say is, yuck.
You know what you ain't got, Duke? Feelings for others.
For others, I do, not for sergeants. See you, boy. Come on.
Yes, may I help you?
Hey, ma'am. You see, I want to write a love letter. And I was sort of hoping that you might know some books of some famous love letters that you could lend me just to get an idea or something to write. Or maybe some love poems, just something with love.
Of course. I think more has been written on love than any other subject. In fact, I think we have a book called Famous Love Letters. Let's see if it's out. No, it's here. It's in section 342. It's number 217.
That's wonderful. Thank you, ma'am.
And when it comes to poems of love, you can always rely on Elizabeth Barrett Browning.
Golly, I don't know how to thank you, Miss Browning. And I will never be happy till your heart is mine. Oh, to be in one another's arms. Love letters.
Uh-huh.
Hope it does the trick. Hey, can I read it to you to see if it sounds all right?
All right.
My dearest, most beloved darling,
That's good. That's good.
how I have worshipped you from afar. But now I can no longer contain myself. No longer can I silence this burning love that is bursting within me.
I think you got a real winner there, boy.
Wait, I got 3 more pages. Listen to this part. The violet loves the sunny bank. The cowslip loves the lea. The scarlet creeper loves the elm, but I love thee. How you like that one?
Wonderful, wonderful. Your girlfriend is going to really love that letter.
Oh, this ain't to my girlfriend. It's to my sergeant.
Can I help you with something?
Thank you. I was kind of looking to buy some perfume, something fancy and something that smells real nice.
Well, this is a lovely fragrance. It's called Sublime. Well, smell it.
That smells mighty nice.
Yeah. And this one is very light and reeks of femininity. It's called Anything Goes.
Well, that sounds sort of advanced. Golly, that smells real nice, too.
And this one is just delightful. It has a kind of a wispy aroma. It's called Merveilleux.
It's called what?
Merveilleux. That means marvelous in French.
That smells real good, too.
Well, you couldn't go wrong with any one of these, you know.
Well, it's just so hard to decide, and this is real special, so it's got to be just right. Do you think it'd be all right if I took just one more sniff?
Of course, no, go right ahead.
I'll take that one.
That's Merveilleux. That's the one I would have picked. Well, now, shall I wrap it as a gift?
Oh, no, thank you. I ain't giving it to nobody. I just wanted it for a love letter.
Sergeant Carter!
Here, back here! Here! Come on, come on!
Everett!
What's the matter? You guys ever smell a perfume letter before?
Not like that. The wind's blowing the other way. I can still smell it.
Well, read your own.
Mysterious Miss Hanks.
What's the matter? You guys like me to read it to you?
Well,
I don't mind. My dearest, most beloved darling. Huh? No longer can my heart endure this aching pain because I am not by your side every moment of every day. That's it. Eat your hearts out.
wow, what a letter.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't burn a hole in the envelope.
You know what? I still think it's a letter for another tire sale. He didn't read us the end. But who would write him a letter like that? Who?
Maybe the sergeant's like you said I was, Duke, a sly dog.
Well, whoever wrote that to him sure made his day.
You think so? You really think so?
Yeah, look at him.
The mysterious Miss X. The mysterious Miss X.
Would you like to hear this one?
All right.
My dearest darling, conqueror of my heart. Good?
This letter going to the same party as the other day?
Uh-huh.
You're a sergeant.
Right.
That's a new one, isn't it? Women sergeants in the Marines?
No, they got 'em.
Oh. Your sergeant. What's her name?
It's not her, it's him. Vincent. Listen to this. This is my favorite part coming up. How do I love thee?
Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach. Oh, my darling, every moment I am awake is spent thinking of you. And at night, I count myself to sleep, trying to remember every little freckle on your nose. Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Miss X. Miss X. Yeah. What do you want, Pyle?
I just came from a pie, Sergeant. There's a real good movie on in town. Godzilla goes to a beach party. Don't suppose you'd like to go with me, would you, Sergeant?
You don't suppose right, Pyle.
Letter from a girl?
That's right, Pyle.
Makes you feel good, don't it?
Well, it sure don't make me sad. Any letter that begins, "My dearest darling, conqueror of my heart."
Golly, that sure is pretty talk.
I'll bet you wish you knew who it was from.
Oh, I can sure guess who it's from.
You can?
Well, sure. There must be half a dozen girls around here to write you a letter like that.
They are? Of course there are. Who do you think it might be, Pyle? See how good you are at guessing.
Well, could be that girl at the lunch counter at the PX, Shirley. I've seen her look at you real warm and friendly like.
Yeah, Shirley. Yeah?
Or it could be that hat check girl at the club Ha-Ha.
Adelaide?
I've seen you two grinning and talking to each other.
Yeah, Adelaide.
Or that girl at the USO.
Marilyn.
I seen the look in her eyes once when she handed you a ping pong paddle.
Yeah.
Could be any one of them, Sergeant, or more.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be, but, well, I don't think it would be very gentlemanly of me to tell you who it is. You understand?
Oh, I sure do. It's like you say it wouldn't be very gentlemanly. You don't have to tell me.
I won't. Well, look, why don't you go to your movie and let me get some work done, huh?
Sure, Sarge. I'll see you later.
Yeah. Allow me, Shirley.
Why not? I'm here to please.
Hands like these, Shirley, were never meant for this kind of work.
I know. I was going to be a brain surgeon, only this job came along first.
Ah, you can't fool me. There's something about you that's different. Poetic, if you know what I mean.
Me, poetic?
How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach. Well?
Well, what?
What's the sense kidding anymore? Miss X. Huh?
What'd you call me?
Didn't that poem mean anything to you?
Oh, I didn't say that. It's a nice poem.
Well, isn't there anything you want to tell me? Something I should know?
I don't know what you mean.
Come on. Out with it.
Well,
Tell me, Shirley. Tell me.
all right. Don't order the liver and onions. They're from yesterday.
I always said there was something different about you. Something poetic.
So how come you never mentioned that to me before?
Well, you know how it is. Come on, recite your favorite poem for me.
Oh,
Please.
Well,
Come on.
okay. There was a young man from Pomona whose girlfriend...
Is that the only poem you know?
So what's the matter? You heard it before?
Yeah, I heard it. I'll see you around, Adelaide.
Okay. Hey, if I hear any new ones, I'll let you know.
Did you ever lie awake nights trying to count the freckles on my nose?
You like my perfume, Vince?
Yeah. Yeah. It's real nice.
I use it all the time. It's called Merveilleux.
How do I love thee?
Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Now, just one more thing. Would you do a favor for me, Marilyn?
Sure.
Well, that's always been one of my favorite poems, but I keep forgetting the words. Would you please write it down for me?
I'll do even better. I'll type it.
No, it has to be in your handwriting. I mean, what's the sense of all that typing?
Oh, I can't write. I broke my finger 4 weeks ago. It's been in a splint ever since.
Type it. When we're apart, it's as if my heart stops beating and my only happiness comes in the thought that love conquers all. I would follow you to the ends of the earth. How about them apples?
You know, I bet she writes with a crayon. They wouldn't let a dame like that use sharp instruments.
Go ahead and laugh. You guys never got a letter like this. She writes like a poet.
Yeah, I bet she looks like a poet. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow.
You're jealous, that's all. You're just jealous.
What do we got to be jealous about? We don't even know what she looks like.
Yeah, what does she look like?
Well, she's...
Yeah?
Huh? She's...
Well?
She's beautiful.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what she looks like. She's beautiful. Anybody can write poems like this.
Well, if you wasn't so ashamed of her, Vince, you'd take her downtown to one of the nightclubs. We could see for ourselves.
Yeah, seeing's believing.
Well, look, I can't help it if she don't want to go to them smoky, noisy clip joints.
Boy, you got an excuse for everything. Hey, I'll tell you what. There's a USO dance here this Saturday night. Now, she can't have anything against going to that.
Well, I'll ask her. But I can't guarantee she'll come.
Of course she'll come. What's a 15-minute bus ride to a girl who's willing to follow you to the ends of the earth? That's this Saturday night, Vince. We'll be waiting. Breathless.
What are you looking at, Pyle?
Oh, my loved one, my most precious and beloved, I beg thee to understand the wretched thing I must now do. But we are left no choice. The brutally unhappy fact is this. I must leave thee, and you shall never see or hear from me again. Just remember this. I'll cherish your love throughout eternity. Farewell. Well?
You going over the hill?
Going over the hill? Why would I do a thing like that?
I don't know. Where are you going?
To mail this letter.
To your sergeant, Vincent.
Right. You remembered.
Tell me something. What does your sergeant say when he gets those letters from you?
Oh, he don't know that they're from me. Why, if he thought they was from me, he'd die. He'd just die.
Then why do you write them?
Well, the sergeant never did get any letters from any girls like all the other fellers, and that made him feel just awful. So I started writing him these love letters.
Oh, and that made him feel good.
Sure did.
Then why are you stopping?
Well, a few of his friends wanted to see this here girl, so I decided I'd write him a farewell letter, and that'd get him out of his predicament.
Oh, that's a mighty fine thing you're doing there, son.
Well...
Not many fellas that go to that trouble.
Well, heck.
He's sure going to miss those letters, isn't he?
I guess.
How does that go again, that last part?
Just remember this. I'll cherish your love throughout eternity.
That's sad. That's real sad.
Well, it's for the best we end it this way.
Oh! Mahoney! What's the matter, Vince? No letter today?
Don't worry, it'll come.
Well, I sure hope nothing's happened to her. I'm counting on meeting her tomorrow night.
Schofield.
Ain't that right, Vince?
Huh?
Goldsmith.
Oh, yeah, tomorrow night.
Could be her letter got lost in the mail. Or maybe she put it in her pocket and forgot to mail it. Sure didn't sound like the fickle type in her letters.
Sergeant Carter.
Here, right over here.
Moskowitz.
Here.
Spencer. You. Walkowitz.
Yeah.
Somerville.
But I must leave thee, and you shall never see or hear from me again.
Watson.
Yes.
Never see or hear from her again.
Gottschalk.
Yeah.
Tupper.
Here.
Oppenheim.
Yep.
Mitchell.
Here.
McIntyre.
Here. Sergeant Carter.
Here.
Ross.
Here.
Haverick. Kaczynski.
Dear Vince, I must have seemed awfully silly to you the other day, but I never realized that tough Sergeant Carter also has a warm and artistic soul.
It's from Shirley.
Sergeant Carter.
Here.
Dear Vince, you sure surprised me the other night. Who knows? Maybe we were made for each other.
From Adelaide.
Sergeant Carter.
Hey, keep 'em coming.
The doctor says the cast will be off by Wednesday, so how's about a quiet dinner at my place?
It's from Maryland, at the USO.
I'm sorry, Whip. I won't be able to make it to the dance tomorrow. Just wouldn't look right for me to show up with 3 girls. You will excuse me?
You know, for a guy who never used to get any mail, he's sure doing all right all of a sudden. How do you figure?
Whatever it is, it don't make no difference as long as he's happy.
So the drunk says, well, if you have to go downstairs for it, forget it.
All right, all you guys going on liberty. I want everything cleared away before you take off.
Hey, Sergeant.
Hey, Pyle, don't you have a date?
No, I was just writing out in character back home.
Your girlfriend?
Well, kinder.
Dear Ida, I'm fine. How are you? Fine, I hope. The weather here is fine. How's the weather there? Fine, I hope. That's the letter?
Uh-huh.
Well, Pyle, no wonder you don't have a date. Somebody ought to teach you how to write a letter. A love-type letter.
Sergeant Carter reporting as ordered, sir. Eddie, Sergeant. I have a little favor I'd like to ask you.
Yes, sir.
My daughter Janice is coming home from college this weekend for a visit.
Yes, sir. I remember she was here last year at this time.
Well, she's been working awfully hard at school, and Mrs. Gray and I think that while she's here, she ought to relax and have some fun.
Yes, sir.
That's why I've been looking around trying to find a suitable escort.
An escort? Oh, yes, sir. I understand.
I want her to be with someone reliable, dependable, trustworthy.
I understand, sir.
That's why I came to your platoon for the man I want, Gomer Pyle. He and Janice met at a service club dance last year, and they seem to get along very well.
I see.
Of course, I only met him casually, and I'd like to know a little more about him. What's he like socially?
Socially, sir? Pyle? Well, socially, there really isn't much to say about Pyle, socially.
No, what I mean is, Sergeant, how does he spend his time away from the base? What does he do on a Saturday night?
Well, sir, Pyle's idea of a big Saturday night is going to the movies, maybe having a root beer float at the soda shop, watching the fountain light up in the park, and then straight home.
I see. You might call it rather dull.
Dull, yes, sir. I'd say dull. Dull. Dull.
Good, he's perfect.
Sir?
Well, these things might seem dull to you, Sergeant, but they sound nice and safe to a father.
I don't understand, sir.
Well, it may seem a little old-fashioned, Sergeant, but the way youngsters behave nowadays, the situations they're exposed to, a parent can't be too careful. Yes, I feel much better knowing that Janice is in good hands. Gomer Pyle it is. Would you ask him if he'd do me this favor?
Yes, sir. I'll take care of everything. Pyle will be there. You don't want to go. Is that what you said?
Golly, Sergeant, a pretty girl like Miss Janice, who's used to all kinds of big time, she might not enjoy my company.
That's very true. But the fact is, the Colonel asked for you specifically, and I'm here to see that nothing gets fouled up. Now, what have you got planned for Saturday night?
Well, nothing much, really. I just thought I'd take in a movie.
Okay. What else have you got in mind?
Well, then I'll probably just walk over to the soda shop and maybe down to the tattoo parlor and see some needlework, and then home.
Swell, Pyle. Only forget the needlework. Let's not expose the Colonel's daughter to bare arms.
You really think she'll have a good time, Sergeant?
Do I think so personally? No. I think she'll have a dull time. Dull. Dull. That's what the Colonel wants. Nice, safe company for his daughter.
Well, Sergeant?
And safe means no holding hands, no walking in the moonlight, no park benches, no necking, no parking, no nothing.
Right, Sergeant.
Have a good time.
Good evening, sir. Gomer Pyle.
Of course, Pyle. Come right in.
Thank you, sir.
Marcia, you remember Gomer Pyle.
Yes, of course. It's nice to see you again, Gomer. Please sit down.
Thank you, ma'am.
Janice will be ready in a moment.
I sure hope I didn't get here too early.
No, it'll give us a chance to chat for a few minutes. What were your plans for the evening, Pyle?
Well, sir, I thought we'd start out with a movie.
A movie? Well, that's always a nice way to spend Saturday night.
Oh, yes, especially for you boys. With all the marching and hiking you do, it gives you a chance to rest your feet.
Well, the marching and hiking don't bother me none, Miss Gray. You see, I always wear 2 pairs of sweat socks.
Oh, you do?
Yes, ma'am. And before I start out, I always make it a point to douse my boots with foot powder. That way I can just keep going all day.
Oh, I see.
And then what, Pyle, after the movie?
Well, I thought we'd stroll over to J.J. Peters for a hot fudge sundae. They got the best hot fudge sundaes there. Do you like hot fudge sundaes, ma'am?
Yes, I do.
Well, you ought to try these. They use that low-cal ice cream, so you don't have to worry about it going to fat.
And after the Sunday, Pyle?
Well, that's it. Home.
Good. Sounds fine. Well, here's our little girl.
Hello, Gomer.
Hey, ma'am.
It's nice to see you again. I hope I haven't kept you waiting.
Oh, no, ma'am. I was having a nice chat with your folks.
Oh, good.
These are for you, ma'am.
Oh, thank you, Gomer.
I hope you don't have any allergies, do you?
I hope not.
There was this girl back home, and every time I brought her flowers, she'd just bust out in the hives.
Oh.
What I finally did, though, was every time I'd bring her flowers, I'd just bring along a bottle of calamine lotion.
Well, I guess you kids want to be going.
Yes. Here, Mom. Come on, Gomer.
The sooner you get there, the sooner you'll be back. Now, let's see. The movie should break around 10, and you say you're going to stop for a Sunday. So we should be looking for you around 11. 11:15 at the latest.
Oh, well, darling, since it's Saturday night, perhaps they'd like to stay out a bit later.
Oh, well...
No. Gomer's already made his plans, and it's not for us to interfere. Now, Gomer, you'll be using Mrs. Gray's car. I'm sure you'll drive carefully.
Oh, I will. And don't you worry, Miss Gray. I'll take off real nice and easy, and that way I won't foul up your plugs or gunk up your valves.
Thank you, Gomer. Well, now, you go along, enjoy yourselves. Have fun.
Yes, careful fun. Oh, incidentally, Pyle, here's our phone number. If you think of it, you might want to phone us after the movie.
Oh, now, Daddy, we'll be all right.
I know, dear, but your mother is such a worrier.
Now, Ed, you know you do all the worrying.
Well, there's no sense in anybody worrying. Worrying causes warts, and they sure wouldn't look nice on you, ma'am. So if it'll set your mind at ease, I'd be happy to call. Good night, sir. Good night, ma'am.
Good night,
Good
Pyle.
night. Good night, dear. Have fun.
Sure was nice of your mother to lend us the car. The bus is okay, but you don't always get to sit together, and sometimes there's chewing gum on the seats.
Gomer, may I have the keys?
Huh?
Would you mind if I drove?
Well,
I hardly ever get a chance to drive, and it'd be fun.
well, I guess it's all right. You don't think your daddy will mind, do you?
No, I'm sure it'd be all right, Gomer. Just give me the keys.
Well, if you hadn't driven for a long time, you better kind of take it easy.
Are you all right, Gomer?
I'll be fine, Miss Jenny, as soon as I catch up with my stomach. Wait a minute, this is not the movie house.
I know.
The Way Out of Go-Go Club. What are we doing here?
We're going dancing. Come on.
But, Miss Jenny,
Come on.
dancing? We're supposed to go to the movies.
Oh, Gomer, you don't want to go to a dull movie, do you?
But, Miss Janice, we made plans.
I know, but I've heard so much about these go-go clubs, and I've just been dying to see what they're really like. Can't we please go in?
Miss Janice?
Look, Gomer, I don't get a chance to have too much fun. I work pretty hard at school all semester, so when I'm home, I like to relax and really enjoy myself.
But we sure are going to look out of place according to the way the rest of those folks are dressed.
Oh, no, we're not.
Huh? What Miss Janice? Miss Janice?
If you're going to do something, you might as well do it right.
Miss Janice? Miss Janice? Oh, golly, golly, golly. Sergeant Carter, why did you hear?
Pyle, what are you doing here? Why haven't you picked up the colonel's daughter? You know what time it is?
I did pick her up, Sergeant.
Then where is she? You're supposed to be at the movies.
I know, but it's just terrible awful. You'll never believe what happened.
What? What happened?
Well, I don't know how to tell you this, Sergeant, but I can't find her.
You can't find her? Where did you leave her?
Well, we didn't go to the movies. Instead, we went to this go-go club.
A go-go club?
Uh-huh, and we was out there dancing, and next thing I knew, she wasn't there.
You...
She's lost, Sergeant. Colonel's daughter's lost.
That far from a court-martial, and that's the truth. Now get on here and talk.
But, Sergeant...
No buts, Pyle.
I still think it's only gonna make matters worse. Hello? Colonel Gray? This is PFC Pyle. I'm calling like I said I would. Well, bye.
Wait a minute, Pyle. Where are you?
Where am I? Oh, well, I'm right here in the phone booth.
Well, where's the phone?
Where's the phone? Well, it's right here in the booth.
You're in the movie lobby. The lobby, Pyle. What's the matter with you?
And what is all that noise I hear?
Noise? Oh, well, that's Sergeant Carter. You want to talk to him?
Good evening, sir. How are you, sir?
Sergeant, I didn't know you were part of the date.
Oh, well, I just happened to run into Gomer and Janice in the movie. It was just a happy coincidence, sir.
Get out of here! Get out of here and stay on! What's all that, Carter? Is anything wrong?
Oh, no, sir. An usher just happened to catch somebody smoking, and he's asking him to put it out.
Sergeant. Miss Janice! Miss Janice!
Well, Sergeant, now I can really feel secure knowing that both you and Gomer are looking after Janice.
Oh, yes, sir. We won't let her out of our sight for a second, sir.
Miss Janice!
Oh, Gomer, I've looked everywhere. Where were you? I met some of the nicest people.
Well, I was with Sergeant Carter, and we was looking for you. Miss Janice, I think we better be getting you home.
Oh, not now, Gomer. They're having a bash, and we're invited.
A bash? Where?
You take our car and follow us.
But, Miss Janice, you better wait a minute.
It's on High Point Street, Eddie's Pad.
Where is she, Pyle? Where is she?
You just missed her, Sergeant, and she's on her way to Eddie's Pad.
Eddie's Pad? What's that?
I don't know, but there's a bash, and we're invited.
Oh, you idiot. What did you let her get away for?
Well, I tried to stop her, Sergeant. Sergeant, what's a bash?
You don't know? Like to bash someone's head in. I'll show you later. Come on, in the car.
That was Miss Janice, all right, Sergeant.
Come on, let's go before we lose her again.
I'm warning you kids for the last time. You cut out this racket or I'm calling the police, you hear? And I'm not going to tell you again. Now, you going in there, two servicemen? Shame on you. Here we people pay taxes just to send you to wild parties. Disgraceful, that's what it is. Disgraceful. I'm going to write a letter to my congressman tomorrow. Now, you see if I don't.
Well, no, ma'am.
Come on.
And I'll write a letter to the Times, too.
Where is she, Pyle? You see her?
It's too crowded here, Sergeant. I'll go over here and look this way.
Hey, man, what's happening?
Hey there.
Look, man, I'm going into the service in about a week, and I was wondering if you could tell me the ins and outs.
Ins and outs?
Yeah, like once you get in, you don't like it. How do you get out?
You don't. Once you get in, you... Excuse me, I gotta find somebody.
Hey, wait a second, man. Did they ever give you a chance to blow your mind by yourself, or do you gotta groove with the whole scene at once, man?
Say what?
Sit down and think things out. Like I'm still trying to figure out who I am. Sometimes I have trouble identifying.
Oh, well, there's no worry there. Once you get in, they give you a set of dog tags with your name on them. So if you ever forget, all you gotta do is take a look. Now, we got to go.
Hey, wait a second, man. One more thing. I'm gonna be going into a strange environment, so to speak. A lot of crooks and weirdos, right? Am I gonna have trouble communicating?
Not if you keep your mouth shut. Excuse me. Miss Janice! Sarge?
Huh? At last. Well, she's coming with us right now. Excuse me. Miss Gray, I hate to butt in like this, but I think we ought to be getting you home now.
Home? Oh, but Sergeant, we just got here. Do we have to go right now?
Well, your father's expecting you, and I don't like to disappoint him, so if you don't mind...
Look, Sarge, she don't want to go, and besides, we haven't finished our dance. Come on, Janice.
Look, pal, you don't understand. She has to be home at a certain time. Come on, Janice.
Sarge, it's Saturday night, man. Look alive.
That's what I'm trying to do. Come on, Janice. Come on.
All right, everybody, hold it. Quiet now. Stay right where you are.
You
See, officer, didn't I tell you? It's a brawl. Oh, I'm gonna write to the Times about this.
That's a straight dope, officer, from beginning to end.
Well, I didn't think it was anything serious, but we still had to break it up. I believe your story, Sergeant. Yes. What's that? Oh, all right. Send him back here. The question is, Sergeant, will he believe it?
He?
Janet, darling, what happened? Are you all right? I'm okay, Dad. Oh.
I think I'll leave you people here alone. You probably have quite a bit to talk over.
Thank you, Sergeant. Thanks very much for your supervision. If that's the sort of work you've been doing with your platoon, maybe a change of scenery would help. Perhaps a cooler climate would help make you more alert, like, say, the Aleutians.
But, sir...
Wait a minute, sir. I accept full responsibility for everything that's happened this evening. I know I told you I was taking Miss Janice to the movies, but we just never did get there. So I stand here looking for the worst kind of punishment you can deal out, because I know I deserve it.
Well, you certainly do, Gomer. You were a very poor choice indeed for a date with our daughter.
Excuse me, ma'am, sir. If anyone's responsible for this, it's me. I was put in charge of the arrangements for this date, and if there was a foul-up, well, I'm the one that should be held responsible.
You certainly should, Sergeant.
No, wait a minute. Whatever happened tonight is all my doing. I wanted to see what one of those go-go clubs was like, and now I know. So if anybody's to blame, it's me.
Well, I think you're right, Janice. You started it all. This whole embarrassing situation is your fault.
That's what I just said.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now that I've heard each one of you insist on taking the blame, I'll tell you who I really think is to blame. Me.
You, sir?
Yes. I think maybe I'd better start giving my daughter the opportunity to take care of herself. I guess she should have the privilege of finding her own answers, like all youngsters. So if we're going to get to the root of this whole thing, you might say it was all my fault.
You know, Ed, I think you're right. It is your fault.
Are you sure this time?
Well, you have been a bit overprotective, you know.
I know. I'm sorry I tried to take over your evening for you, Pyle. Sergeant, I'm sorry I turned you into a chaperone. And Janice, I won't be auditioning any more of your dates. From now on, you're on your own. Well, now tell us about this go-go club. Was it fun?
It sounds horrid.
No, it's really something to see. It's fascinating.
What happens at these places?
Well, they just sort of get out on the floor and go.
Go?
It's kind of hard to describe. You see, they... Gomer, show Daddy.
Oh, no, Miss Janice. I don't think I better.
Oh, come on, Gomer.
Show us, Pyle.
Well, sir, I'm just a beginner, but go something like this. Sure was nice being with you, Miss Janice, even with all the excitement.
Thanks, Gomer. I do hope I see you again soon. Bye.
We'll get your car back to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Boy, am I glad this night is over, Pyle. And I'll tell you something. Maybe the colonel was willing to say it was his fault, but I still say if you weren't such a knucklehead, nothing would have happened.
But, Sergeant...
No but, Sergeant. You know what your problem is, Pyle? You can't stand up to nobody or nothing. When that girl steered you into that go-go joint, colonel's daughter or no colonel's daughter, you should have put your foot down.
Well, Sergeant, I tried.
You hear me, Pyle? You should have put your foot down.
Right, Sergeant.
Hi, Sergeant. Would you be nice enough to give us a lift?
Well, I
Oh,
don't...
thank you. Come on.
Very nice, Sergeant. Very nice. A gang of ruffians with a Marine sergeant at the wheel. Oh, I'll write a letter to the Times about this.
I guess you should have put your foot down, huh, Sergeant?
That wasn't for the July firecrackers, you heard.
Maybe I can help. I used to work in a filling station back home.
Well, thanks. I think the old girl just about had it. She's been giving us trouble all along the line, ever since we had them.
Since I'm here, might as well have a look. Can't hurt nothing. Well, what'll they think of next? Shazam! You sure got a mess of trouble in there. How far did you drive with it like this?
It wasn't easy, but we made it all the way from North Carolina.
North Carolina? Hey, that's where I'm from. It's a little bitty town called Mayberry, about 40 miles from Raleigh. Did you ever hear of it?
Oh, sure.
You did?
Of course, everybody heard of Raleigh. It's state capital.
No, I meant Mayberry.
Oh, Mayberry.
Did you ever hear of it?
No, never heard of it.
Well, where are you from?
Old little town south part of the state called Duncan's Pond.
Duncan's Pond.
Don't worry. Nobody ever heard of it. You know, that's the trouble. Heard there's real opportunity out west, so I figured maybe start fresh, you know, at up-and-coming town in Oregon. It's supposed to be real nice.
Well, it's real nice here in California, too. Hey, I forgot to introduce myself. My name's Gomer Pyle.
Oh, Harper Caldwell. Lottie, I want you to meet my family. This is my wife, Lottie, and
How do?
Ma'am?
this is our daughter, Laura May, and this is Judd.
Hi, Judd.
Well, Mother, it looks like we may have to settle in California.
Sure would be a shame to come this far and not be able to make it all the way to Oregon.
Well, I thought the jalopy would make it up to there. But that's all we wanted, was just to make it up to there.
Well, I think I can fix it temporary for you. If you'll stay over tonight, I'll try and fix it up permanent for you tomorrow.
What, do you think you can?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't think I can fix it permanent enough for you to get all the way to Oregon. But like I said, if you'll stay overnight, I'll sure try.
Oh, we'd sure appreciate that, Gomer. I guess we'll have to sleep in the truck again tonight, Mother.
Sleep in the truck?
Well, we don't have much choice.
You can't do that. It gets cold out here at night. Much too cold for the kids to stay outside. Hey, there's an old supply shack on the base. It's hardly ever used. I don't think anybody would care if you stayed there one night.
We were so lucky to meet you, Gomer. Did you hear that, Mother?
Well, like I said, it's just for one night. And now you got to promise not to touch anything.
Oh, we promise, Gomer. You hear that, Judd?
Well, let me try and fix it up temporary for you here. We'll be on our way. First of all, I'm going to need something rubbery to make a fan nail. You know, something that'll stretch. See? I told you your suspenders would work. It's hardly ever used. I don't think anybody will care. Come on. Don't worry, it's gonna be all right. Go on in and make yourselves comfortable, and I'll be back later on.
Thanks, Gomer.
Thanks, Gomer. We're obliged.
Oh, forget it.
You're sure it's all right?
I'm sure. I'll see you after a while.
These war maneuvers are very important. Get that straight, very important. So I want every man on his toes every minute of the day. Now, I don't want to make you nervous, but these maneuvers are going to be completely covered by the press, and that means
Hey, Sergeant. You mean we might get our picture in the paper?
Pyle.
I better get a haircut. Do you think it needs cutting back there?
I'll knock it off. I'll make sure they photograph your good side. You just make sure you do what you're supposed to.
Right, Sergeant.
Now, remember, with all these people from the press here, it's going to be just like having the eyes of the whole country on us.
I think you could use a little trim there, do you?
Knock it off! Pyle, and this goes for all of you, but especially you. If there's one foul-up tomorrow, just one foul-up, well, take my word for it, there better not be. Any questions? What, Pyle?
Since you said newspapers was going to be here, I just wondered if you knew if a fella from the Mayberry Gazette was going to be here.
Let's get that rear area policed up. Move, 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 move! Gomer!
Hey, Gomer.
Hey, Mr. Harper, I told you to wait in the splash shack till I got there.
Well, I couldn't. That officer fella come and threw us out.
Oh, my.
Well, what are we gonna do now?
Well, you wait for me over at the bus stop and I'll be by later on. And don't worry, I'll think of something. You'll all be real safe in here, honest.
I like that place that threw us out of better.
You'd be surprised how much room there is inside here. You'll all fit just fine. Come on, I'll show you.
Where's the door?
Well, it ain't got a door. You have to go in through the turret. See how easy it is? Let me have them one at a time.
Here we go.
Boy.
Thanks, Gomer. We're obliged.
You just make yourselves at home and I'll be back just as soon as I can.
Now, you're sure it's all right?
I'm sure.
Well, that's good news. Some news, huh? No passes tonight. You like that?
But, Duke, we got maneuvers tomorrow.
So what, Gomer? That's tomorrow.
You could do with a good night's sleep. You're starting to get them dark circles under your eyes again.
But I sure had a lot of fun getting them, pal.
Hey, I heard the platoon that does best in war maneuvers gets a week's liberty.
Shazam! I was hoping that'd happen.
A week's liberty. That's from the movie Fat Chance.
Well, that's what I heard.
Well, where'd you hear it?
Larry told me.
Is that right, Larry?
I guess so. Bert told me.
Who told you, Bert?
Eddie.
Is that true, Eddie?
I don't know. Marty told me.
Where'd you hear it, Marty?
Charlie told me.
Is that on the level, Charlie?
I guess so. Gomer told me.
Well, who told you, Gomer?
Nobody. I just said it because I was hoping it'd happen.
Gomer?
Mr. Harper, you ought not be here.
Well, I'm sorry, Gomer, but that officer fella come back and threw us out again. I've been looking all over the place for you.
You hire?
Well, I've got to be honest with you. Gomer, the other folks around here ain't friendly like you are. Some of them are just downright unfriendly.
All right, let's have your attention for a minute. Come on, let's listen up.
That's one of the unfriendly ones I was telling you about.
That includes you too, Pyle. Won't you join us?
Sure, Sergeant.
Okay, now here's how we're shaping up for tomorrow. These are the special assignments. Felcher and Perkins, you're on the walkie-talkie. Dooley and Perry, you're on the mortar. Slater and Pyle, you're on the bazooka.
Me, Sergeant? On the bazooka? Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, at least all those years of possum hunting made you useful for something. At least you got a good aim. Just make sure it's perfect tomorrow.
Oh, I can work that bazooka sight real good. First, you just look through that little gizmo, and then you turn...
Just do it, do it. And one knucklehead move tomorrow, your name is mud with me. And that goes for all of you. Now, sack out early and be on your toes tomorrow. Oh, by the way, if you give it all you got tomorrow, you'll be doing yourselves a big favor. I just heard from someone who heard it from a very reliable source that the best platoon is going to get a week's liberty.
Mr. Harper? Golly, I feel just terrible about you being chased out like that.
I don't mind about myself, but the kids are getting a little tired and cranky.
Oh, bless their hearts. Them poor little young'uns. I just got to get them a roof over their heads. There ought to be some place. I'll be right out. I think I know a place.
Gomer. All it needs is a good sweeping up.
Well, now, why in the world would anybody go off and leave a place like this?
Looks like they couldn't take everything with them. But like I said, it's just an abandoned shack, Saul.
Gee, Gomer, this is the nicest place we've had yet. It sure is. Hey, Pa, can I sleep up here, please?
Sure, son. Lottie, look at that. We got chairs. We got a table. We got a fireplace, beds. Oh, this is a real home.
Oh, thank you, Gomer. I can't tell you how much we appreciate this.
Gomer, you really done us a good turn, a real good turn. We won't forget it.
Oh, what, nothing? Now I can just fix your truck. Oh, I forgot to tell you. You might have to stay here a couple of days.
That's just fine.
See, I got war maneuvers tomorrow, so I probably won't have a chance to try to fix your truck till the next day.
Well, what's one more day? I just hope nobody comes and tries to throw us out of here.
Oh, don't worry. I should have thought of this place right off. Nobody will bother you here.
Gomer, we were so lucky to meet up with you. If you hadn't, we'd have sure been in a mess of trouble.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow right after war maneuvers. Y'all get a good night's sleep.
I'm sure we'll sleep real good tonight, Gomer.
And I'll sleep a whole lot better, too, now, knowing you're safe.
Oh, Gomer.
Huh?
Now you're sure this time it's really all right?
I'm sure. Well, I'll see you.
Hey, Ma, I found some real nifty firewood right outside.
Well, good boy. Set it over the fireplace. Well, it ain't no castle, but it's sure better than sleeping in the truck.
Oh, I think our luck's beginning to change. Meeting Gomer was a sign. I can feel it in my bones.
Ain't he a fine boy? You know, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have no roof over our heads.
Golly, it sure is pretty.
Oh, and so peaceful and quiet. What do you think, Harper? Do you think Oregon will be as nice?
Well, I don't know. Sure be mighty hard to beat that view.
You nervous, Gomer?
Why should I be nervous?
Well, with the big brass and the reporters out there and you firing a bazooka, doesn't that make you nervous?
Shoot sighting's easy. All you gotta do is look through this little gizmo and turn this thingamajig here, and then you
Gomer, don't use all that technical language on me.
Platoon standing by and ready for action, sir. As you were, Sergeant. Well, gentlemen, the next demonstration you are about to see is of an entirely different nature. The assault and destruction of an enemy communications outpost. The target is that shack down there in the valley. Our objective to destroy it swiftly and completely. And we can do it with a platoon equipped with only a bazooka and small arms. You may commence the attack, Sergeant. Aye, sir.
Hey, Sergeant, I bet I know what you're gonna say. You gonna tell me to start sighting the target. I just love it when you tell me to start sighting the target.
Well, you wait till I give you the order.
Right. I won't do a thing till you tell me to start sighting the target. You are gonna tell me to sight the target, ain't you?
Pyle, when I'm good and ready, I'll tell you.
Right.
All right, sight the target.
See? I knew you was gonna tell me to sight the target.
Sighted, sighted. Get on that shack over there.
Are you on target, Pyle?
Huh?
Are you on target? What are you waiting for?
Sergeant, don't you think it'd be better if we went down there and captured the target by infiltration, huh, don't you?
Have you lost your mind?
Well, we'd save the taxpayers a whole lot of money, and then we would be...
Cracking up. Right in front of my eyes, he's cracking up.
Anytime you're ready, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Pyle, have you got that target sighted?
Well, just let me check the range again. Target sighted.
It better be. Fire!
Better close the window, Harper. Sounds like a thunderstorm.
Recite, Pyle, recite. What's the matter with you? You know how to handle this thing.
Well, this ought to be a whole lot closer. It really ought to.
Well, fire, fire!
Somebody blowed up the truck. Get down on the floor. No, get over there. Go on, get over there. Try to get over. Lottie, I don't know who that is out there, but we ain't going down without fighting.
Golly.
That's what I call realism. You know, for a minute there, I was really scared.
Sergeant Carter.
Yes, sir?
What's going on? Who's in that shack?
Well, I don't know, sir.
Well, we're being fired upon, Sergeant. Did you know that?
Oh, yes, sir?
Well, who's doing the firing?
Well, somebody probably barricaded himself in there is what it is, sir.
Well, get a detail down there and smoke that someone out with tear gas.
Aye, sir.
Golly, maybe there's some kids in there playing, sir.
If those are kids playing, I don't like their toys. A detail have been with tear gas, Sergeant. Whoever's in there, just get them out.
Aye, sir.
Sir.
What is it?
I know it's not my place to offer suggestions, but I'd go down there alone if the colonel will let me.
That doesn't make much sense, Private. Why send one man? Whoever's in there is obviously armed and not afraid to fire and doesn't care what or who he hits.
Well, that's what I mean, sir. We had something like this back home once. A fella got all barricaded in, and then every time a bunch would rush him, he got so scared and panicky that he just fired right into the whole pack of them. And then just one feller tried, and he made it. Because when the feller seen just one coming, he didn't get scared. The feller went in there and took that gun away from him and balled him out good, he did. Please, sir, let me.
Well, that's very courageous of you, Private. All right, but be careful.
Thank you, sir.
Glasses, Sergeant.
No more shooting, Harper, please.
Well, not unless I have to, Lottie. But I got a right. A man's home's his castle.
Hey, Harper, it's me. Gomer.
Oh!
Jack, get away from that window!
But it's Gomer!
Gomer?
Over behind the stump.
Yeah, it is. We're saved. It's Gomer. Hey, Gomer! He just went right in. Somebody out there's been shooting at us, Gomer. Just take a look at what they done to our truck.
Whenever we're in trouble, we can always count on you to be around, can't we, Gomer?
Sure can, ma'am.
Wait a minute. I think I see something moving.
You can't do that, Harper.
Well, why not? Somebody out there's firing at me. Who do you think that is firing at us, Gomer?
Well, I know who it is. It's the United States Marine Corps.
The Marines?
Uh-huh. Well, you see, it's all my fault. This here shack is right smack in the middle of the field for the war maneuvers.
What's he doing in there? I wish I knew, sir. All he has to say is this is government property, so you'll have to get out of this shack.
Well, that's probably just what he's saying, sir.
And why is it taking so long?
Well, if the colonel's noticed, he does speak kind of slow.
So you see, this is government property. That's the reason you're going to have to get out of the shack. I sure am sorry.
Well, it ain't your fault, Gomer. You tried. You couldn't help it that of all the places you picked out for us to stay, not one of them worked out.
Sure botched things up.
Don't feel bad, Gomer. You were only trying to do good.
Sure sorry about it, ma'am.
Well, you tell your colonel that we get out. We'll leave. We don't stay where we're not wanted.
Well, I tell you, Mr. Harper.
And you can also tell him we ain't got no truck no more. It's all busted up. They busted it for us.
I know. I sure am sorry about that, too.
Well, it may take a little while for us to get out. You see, we're a family. We're not Marines.
Right.
I don't know how we're going to get to Oregon now with the truck blowed up.
Sure am sorry. You just take as much time as you need. Guess we'll just have to wait.
Oh, we'll see you, Gomer.
We took Okinawa in less time than this. Wait a minute. He's coming out.
Yes, sir. How many's he got with him?
He's alone.
Alone?
Well, whoever's in there isn't budging.
You gonna smoke him out, Colonel?
I certainly am. I've got a program to carry out. Well, who is it? Who's down there?
Well, it's the whole family. A mama and a daddy and a little girl and a little boy.
A whole family? Well, how did they get in there anyway? Just decided to move in?
Well...
And now they won't leave? That's what they told you?
Well, you see, their truck's busted, sir.
We've got maneuvers to complete.
You gonna use tear gas, Colonel?
What?
You wouldn't have to use anything if they had a truck. See, they need a truck. Their own truck got ruined. They need a truck. Truck would do it. Best plan would be if they had a truck. See, they really need a truck.
Where do they want to go, anyway?
They want to go to Oregon, and they could if they had a truck. You see, if they had a truck...
I know. All right. Let's loan them one of our trucks and get them to Oregon.
You lend him a truck, Colonel?
Well, of course. Can't just let them sit down there.
That's mighty generous of you, Colonel. Hey, make a great human interest story. And a big credit to you, sir.
And, sir, for the folks down there, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Careful there now. That's fine. Thank you.
Thanks, fellers. Boy, this will get you to Oregon all right, Harper.
Oh, you ain't kidding. It's a lot better than the old wreck was anyway. Thanks, Gomer. Well, I'll be. Well, everybody in. Come on. I promised the Colonel we'd be shoving off. In, honey. Come on. Up we go. Well, Gomer, I guess that's about it. Now, don't forget, buddy boy, anytime you're in Oregon, you got a place to hang your hat.
Well, thank you, Harper. That's real nice. Bye-bye. I'll be sweet. Bye, be careful now.
Bye, Gomer.
Uh-oh, you got yourself a flat tire, a real blowout. You run over a busty bob.
What am I gonna do?
Well, let's see. I've got tomorrow off, and I can go in town and get you a brand new tire. But first of all, I gotta get you a place to stay tonight.
What time you got, Gomer?
11:25.
Boy, I hope that bus is on time. I gotta be back for guard duty at midnight.
You know, Duke, we was in that movie almost 5 hours. I think them triple features is just too much.
Yeah.
The stories get all mixed up. Now, the first picture I hardly remember.
That's because that was a long time ago.
Oh, help me. Somebody help me, please. Anybody help me. Help. Help.
What's the matter, mister?
Oh, thank you very much. You see, I'm a stranger in this neighborhood, and I seem to have gotten lost.
Holy cow, is he smashed?
You see, my car is parked across the street. And if you could take me to my car and open the door and start the engine for me, I'll be able to drive home.
You mean you gonna drive?
Why, of course. I have a driver's license.
Well, I know that. It's just that you don't seem to be able to. I've got an idea. Why don't we drive you home?
Gomer, I gotta get back to the base. I got guard duty.
Well, that's right. Well, I'll do it alone. I'll drive you, mister.
Well, thank you, sir. That's very kind. Most kind.
Gomer, come here a minute. I want to talk to you. Gomer, look, there's no reason for you to do it either. Don't get mixed up with this guy.
But he can't get home by himself. He's in no fit condition.
That's not your problem. He got drunk on his own. Let him get home on his own. He's a stranger to you.
But he is a person, and he needs help, and I just can't ignore him.
Gomer, believe me, you get involved with this guy, you're going to have nothing but trouble. And here comes the bus. Now, come on, let's go. He won't even know you're gone. Come on.
I'm staying here. I'm going to try and help that poor fella. You go ahead. I just can't leave him here like that. Besides, I already offered.
Okay, Gomer, but I think you're crazy to do it.
Sweetheart. Oh, hi. Do you know the rest of the words?
Words to what?
To the song. Sweetheart, sweetheart, sweetheart. It's a beautiful song, but I don't know the rest of the words.
Well, don't you think we better get started? You want to take my hand?
Oh, well, that's very nice. Hey, what's your name? My name is Harry Purcell. What's yours?
Gomer Pyle.
Gomer Pyle. What's your first name?
Gomer.
Oh, Gomer! Gomer. Gomer! Gomer! Sweetheart. Sweetheart, sweetheart. Are we home, Gomer?
This is the address you said. Is that your house?
Yeah, that's it. That's my little castle.
Well, I've got to be getting back to the base, Mr. Purcell. Do you think you can make it in all right?
Oh, now listen, you gotta come in and meet my wife. Gomer, you're just gonna love my wife. She's the sweetest little woman you ever met in your life. Her name is Iona. It's an Indian name, means little bird. She's so sweet, and I treat her like a dog. Why do I do it? Sweetest little woman in the world, and I treat her like a dog. Harry Purcell treats his wife like a dog. I want the whole world to know it.
Please, Mr. Purcell, come on, I'll walk you to the house.
I don't know why they take those running boards off the cars. That's the reason you fall down.
Come on, Mr. Purcell.
Now, wait a minute. Let's sing a song.
But Mr. Purcell, it's after midnight.
I ain't gonna go unless we sing a song.
All right, but we can sing while we're walking, okay?
That's the deal. Sweetheart, 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 may you kiss, love me. Ever, sweetheart, 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 sweetheart. Hey, where are you going? That's where I live. Sweetheart, 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 sweetheart. Sweetheart, sweetheart. Huh?
You better be quiet. You're going to wake your wife.
Well, I want to wake her. I want you to meet Iona. You're going to love her, Gomer. You're going to love her. Sweetheart, sweetheart.
Maybe I better do that, Mr. Purcell.
Oh, have fun. There you go, Gome. Good old Gome. Sweetheart, 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 sweetheart. Sweetheart, sweetheart.
Harry!
Oh, it's my baby. See, Gomer? This is Iona.
Harry, what happened? Where have you been so long?
Well, I'll tell you, sweetheart. You see, I was coming back from the office. I stopped off. Oh, wait. First, I want you to meet my friend. Iona, this is Gomer Pyle, a real gentleman.
How you do, ma'am?
What did you do to him? Get him drunk? What do you mean, no, ma'am? Look at you, both of you. Clothes all messed up, can't stand up straight.
Hey, he's got a beautiful voice.
Oh, yes, I heard his voice. All the way out in the street I heard it. And I'll bet the neighbors heard it, too. I don't know how I'm going to look him in the face tomorrow.
Ma'am, I don't think you understand.
Oh, I understand, all right. I know your type. Spend all night in the bars just waiting for some poor soul like Harry to come along so you can sponge on him.
Yeah.
Mr. Purcell, that's just not true.
Oh, Harry. I'll get you right to bed. And you get out of here or I'll call the MP.
Yeah, the MP.
Go on, out. And you better stop bothering Harry or I'll take care of you. I don't understand you, Harry. Don't you know better than to get mixed up with these kind of people? Bums! Every time. Come on, sweetie.
Too soft-hearted, I guess.
Oh, you sure are.
So she blamed you for the whole thing, huh, Gum? Well, didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you not to get mixed up with that guy?
Trouble was, she just wouldn't let me explain.
Gomer, the trouble was you shouldn't have gotten mixed up with that guy in the first place. You should have just walked away and left him where he was.
Well, I couldn't do that, Duke.
Gomer, you'll never learn, will you? There's no such thing as gratitude.
Pyle, come here a minute, will you?
Hey, Duke, that looks like Mr. Purcell. Who? The fella that I took home last night.
Oh, what does he want?
This fellow would like to talk to you, Pyle. Hurry it up, will you? He's got to get back to work.
Right, Sergeant. Hello, Gomer.
Hey, Mr. Purcell. Golly, you look a lot better this morning.
I'm sure I do. I don't remember too much about last night except your name and how very kind you were to me, so I wanted to come here and thank you personally.
Oh, shoot, that was nothing.
I'm very embarrassed about it, Gomer. That sort of thing never happened to me before. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. Gomer, how about letting me buy you a steak dinner tonight?
Oh, Mr. Purcell, you don't have to do that.
Gomer, you did me a great favor. I want to show my gratitude.
I was glad to help you out, and you don't have to.
I won't take no for an answer, Gomer. I insist. I know a great steak place in town. They serve sirloins that thick. What do you say, Gomer? What time do you get through? 7 o'clock, okay?
7 o'clock would be fine, I guess, but you don't
Fine,
have
I'll
to.
pick you up right here at the gate at 7 o'clock. See you, Gomer.
Bye, Mr. Purcell.
What do you want?
He wanted to thank me for helping him out last night.
No kidding.
Yeah, and he wants to take me out tonight to a fancy restaurant and buy me a big steak dinner.
I don't believe it.
It's the truth, so you see, Duke, there is gratitude in the world.
Well, maybe once in a million years. And it takes your dumb luck to find it.
Yes, Gomer, Iona and I had quite a laugh about it this morning. So tell me, Gomer, I must have been pretty funny, huh?
Well, you might call it funny.
Waiter, can I have another one of these, please?
Mr. Purcell, you really think you ought to?
Oh, now, don't you worry, Gomer. You see, when I'm eating, it doesn't affect me. Last night, I drank on an empty stomach. Never drink on an empty stomach, Gomer. Waiter, make it a double, will you? Say, Gomer, tell me, was I really singing in front of my house last night?
Yes, you were.
Now, that's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. I don't think I ever did a thing like that before in my life. You see, it was just an accident that I got drunk. I don't think a thing like that could happen again in a million years. Sweetheart, sweetheart. Oh, Gomer, you're no buddy. You know, that's your real buddy. Here you go and take me home again.
Mr. Purcell, do you think that you could get in all right by yourself tonight? Frankly, I'm not anxious to meet your wife again. She's going to be awfully mad.
Oh, no, not Iona. You got her all wrong. Why, she's the most sweet and understanding woman in the world. I tell you, this morning we laughed about it. We laughed. Besides, I can't make it. I'm paralyzed.
Well, I'm not going in with you, but I will walk you to the door, and that's all.
If you don't come in, Iona will be insulted. She's the sweetest little woman in the world.
Now, be careful not to fall this time, Mr. Purcell.
No, why they don't put running boards back on cars? Silly. Sweetheart, 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 sweetheart. What are you shushing about?
The neighbors.
Oh, I ain't going in.
Why not?
'Cause you don't like me.
That's not true.
Oh, yes, it is. You hate me. You look down on me just 'cause I'm a little blue.
No, Mr. Purcell.
Well, you sang with me yesterday. Why don't you sing with me today? Because you don't like me today.
That's not so.
Well, you better sing with me, otherwise I'll know you don't like me.
It's almost midnight.
If you don't sing with me, I'm going to hold my breath until I die.
Mr. Purcell. Mr. Purcell. All right, I'll sing with you.
Good.
But quiet.
Oh, yeah. Shh, real quiet. Yeah. Sweetheart.
Sweetheart. Sweetheart.
Sweetheart. Sweetheart. Sweetheart. Sweetheart.
Purcell, you're going to wake up.
Oh, it's you again, huh? You got your hooks in him again, huh?
Iona, my little bird, did you wait up for me? Well, I was very thoughtful.
I warned you to stay away from Harry, and I meant it. If you think I was talking just to hear myself talk, you're mistaken.
But, Miss Purcell, it's not like you think.
Well, I'm not going to sit back and let you get Harry drunk night after night. I know how to get you. I'm going to get you off his back if I have to go all the way to Washington to do it. You picked on the wrong party, mister, the wrong party. And you're gonna find yourself in plenty of trouble tomorrow. Plenty. Come on, Harry. Harry?
Mr. Purcell?
Harry!
Mr. Purcell?
There you go. Harry! Harry!
Purcell?
Disappeared again. And it's your fault.
But Miss Purcell, I didn't know.
Sweetheart!
Harry, where did you go? What did you do to him? You can't, none of you keep your hands off him, can you? Come on, Harry, I'll get you away from these bums. And you get out of here. You're in plenty of trouble, mister. Plenty. Come on, Harry. Go to sleep.
There's a dame in the duty hut and she wants to see me?
Yeah, that's right, Sarge.
What does she look like?
Ah, forget it. It's not that kind of a dame.
Oh, no?
Yeah, she's like somebody's wife, and you feel sorry for the husband.
Oh. Yes, ma'am. What can I do for you?
Are you Sergeant Carter?
That's right.
Well, I'm Mrs. Purcell, Mrs. Harry Purcell.
Yes, ma'am.
Sergeant, you're going to have to do something about one of the men in your outfit.
One of my men? Which one?
Well, his name is Gomer Pyle, and if you don't do something, I will.
Pyle? What'd he do?
He's been getting my husband drunk every night. That's what he's been doing, and Harry doesn't drink.
Pyle?
I don't know where he met my husband or how, but he's attached himself like a leech. And he's been using poor Harry for a drinking buddy, and Harry doesn't drink.
Gomer Pyle? Are you sure you have the right fella?
I got the right fellow, all right. Tall and skinny with a stupid look on his face.
That's Pyle, all right. But it's...
2 nights in a row, he brought poor Harry home drunk. And Harry doesn't drink.
But Pyle? I can't believe it.
Are you calling me a liar?
Oh, no. I mean, just as far as I know, Pyle doesn't even drink.
Doesn't drink? That's a laugh. I wish you could have seen him in my living room. Clothes all wrinkled, couldn't even stand up straight.
Really?
And the two of them out on the street at midnight singing at the top of their lungs. Pyle doesn't drink. Harry doesn't drink.
Well, I don't know what to say. I mean, I'll look into it.
You keep him away from my husband, because if you don't, I'm going to go to your colonel.
Oh, well, don't do that.
I'm not a troublemaker, but when I get mad, Sergeant Carter, you better watch out. Maybe you don't care about this Gomer Pyle, but I care about Harry, and Harry doesn't drink.
What do you make of that?
Oh, gee, Sarge, I don't know.
Pyle? She's got the right guy, all right. I met this Harry Purcell. He was down at the fence asking for Pyle.
Well, maybe Pyle got himself a drinking pal, that's all.
But he doesn't drink, Boyle. You know that. I never saw him drink anything stronger than a vanilla malt.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
What's it?
Vince, you better face something. Pyle isn't a little boy anymore. How long has he been in the Marines? 3 years?
So?
Well, a guy can take just so many vanilla malts, and then one day he's got to decide to branch out.
Yeah, but Pyle?
Well, she saw him with her own eyes, singing and staggering. Looks to me like your little boy is grown up.
But Pyle? Sweet, innocent, homespun, vanilla malt drinking Pyle? Oh, get out. It's impossible.
Well, why is it impossible? You heard that woman. She saw him with her own eyes.
I don't know. Maybe I ought to have a talk with Pyle anyway.
I think you better. That dame isn't kidding around.
He's grown up? My boy has grown up.
What are you doing that for? Why don't you use a window cleaner?
Oh, I do, but for the final polish, nothing does it like your own warm breath. Only trouble is, after a while, you get kind of dizzy.
Well, I'm all finished with mine. Hi, Sarge.
Later.
Hey, Sergeant Carter.
Stop that a minute, Pyle. I want to talk to you about something.
Yes, Sergeant.
What did you do last night?
Last night, I went into town, had dinner with a friend.
Uh-huh, and this friend's name didn't happen to be Harry Purcell.
How'd you know that?
I know. He was the guy who came to the fence asking for you, right, Pyle?
Oh, yes, Sarge, that's right.
Uh-huh. And when you guys were having dinner last night, there was a little drinking done, right? And then when you took him home, there was a little singing in front of his house?
I'm afraid so, Sergeant, and I feel real bad about that. I mean, waking up the neighbors and all.
Now, you listen to me, Pyle. You stay away from that guy, you understand?
Well, yes, Sergeant.
I don't care what a great guy he is or how much fun he is. You stay away from him. His wife is threatening to go to the colonel, and I'm not getting into trouble on account of you. You understand?
Right, Sergeant.
That's an order. You stay away from Harry Purcell. 2 nights in a row, his wife says he's come home in the same condition. And Harry doesn't drink.
Gee, I haven't seen you around for a couple of nights. Where you been?
Oh, well, I had some things I had to take care of.
Oh. Hey, we got some real good chili tonight.
Oh, fine. Then I'll have some of that. Oh, and would you fix me a double rich butterscotch malted with some extra whipped cream?
You know, Gomer, you ought to leave your stomach to science.
I just can't sleep if I go to bed hungry. Mr. Purcell.
Hiya, buddy, old buddy. How are you? Hey, you know something? I've been looking all over for you. Do you know that?
Mr. Purcell, you've been drinking again.
Gomer, you're right. It relaxes me.
My.
As a matter of fact, that's the reason I was looking for you, Gomer. I'm too relaxed to drive, so I thought maybe you could take me home.
No, Mr. Purcell.
You know, you're the best little driver home in the whole world. Driver Homer Gomer. Hey, it's funny.
Mr. Purcell.
Well, what was it, buddy?
I'm not going to drive you home again.
What?
Well, I can't. I promised Sergeant Carter that I wouldn't, and I'm just not going to do it again.
Hey, Gomer, I'm shocked. You mean you won't help an old buddy?
But I did help you twice, Mr. Purcell, and it got all misunderstood. I mean, your wife got awful mad at me.
Oh, Iona? Oh, you mean my lovely Iona? Well, she never got mad at anybody in her whole life. In her whole life, she never got mad at anybody.
Got mad at me, and she said if she ever saw me with you again, she's going to go see the colonel.
Ah. You know your trouble, Gomer? You're too serious. Come on. Come on, I shall fix everything up. Play a little music.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, he never drinks. That's his trouble, Sergeant. If he take a drink once in a while, maybe he'd be better off.
Huh? Pyle, is that true? You haven't been drinking?
Well, no, Sergeant. You know I don't drink.
Goody.
And you weren't drunk last night and the night before?
Well, of course not. Is that what you thought? Well, shame.
Shame. And
what's his wife been beefing about?
She just didn't know, and I guess she was jumping at conclusions.
Oh, yeah, that's my little girl. She's always jumping at conclusions. She's a regular little conclusion jumper. You're a goody.
Look, Pyle, you get back to the base. I'll take care of him.
But I just ordered butterscotch malted.
Oh, goody.
Forget it. Just beat it. I don't want you seen with this guy.
Right, Sergeant. Bye, Mr. Purcell.
Bye, goodbye. Gee, I thought he'd never leave. That goody.
Now, look, buddy, why don't you just go home and sleep it off, huh?
I can't drive. Gomer was going to drive me home, and you sent him away, Sergeant. Hey, how about you driving me home, Sergeant?
You're now pig's eye. Well, I'll put you in a cab and you can pick up your car after you're sober up. Now, come on.
I ain't going. I ain't going. Listen, I put a quarter in this jukebox, and I'm going to stay here until I get 25 cents worth of music, so there.
Come on.
You're a goody too, you know that?
There he is. Here he is. Here's that Gomer Pyle.
Oh, my goodness, this
He's the one's been getting my husband drunk every night. Where's Harry? What have you done with him?
You mean Mr. Purcell? Why, he's...
I know he's in town somewhere. He didn't come home for dinner tonight. He's around here somewhere. What'd you do? Leave him in an alley? Probably rolled him and left him in an alley.
Well, your husband isn't actually with him. There's nothing we can do. We have no control over civilians.
Oh, come on, Mr. Purcell. Come on.
No, Sergeant.
Afraid you're on your own, Mrs. Purcell. We can't go looking for your husband unless there's military personnel involved.
But he is involved.
Well, he isn't now.
Now you tell me, where is he? What have you done with him?
Good. Driver Homer Gomer.
There he is.
Come on. You're too serious.
I know it. It's you now, huh? You got him now, huh?
Wait a minute,
One bad influence and then the other. First the private and now the sergeant.
Hold it. You're jumping to conclusions.
patience.
Look what you did to him.
Yeah,
You got him so drunk he can hardly stand up.
I got him. I was just trying to help out. Lady, there's something you ought to know. Your husband's a souse.
Now, what's why, you? First you get him drunk and then you insult him. First you insult him. He's right. And you too.
I really have to laugh, boy. You and your theory about Pyle growing up. I knew all the time he couldn't be drinking.
The way Purcell's wife described it,
Yeah, I know. Harry doesn't drink. Well, take it from me, Harry drinks. Oh, he drinks. Pyle just gets into trouble.
Yeah, well, I was just going along with what? Speak of the devil.
Sergeant, boy, am I glad I found you. Could you give us a hand? I was outside waiting on the bus to take me back to camp, and along come this car and it stalled right there in the middle of the street. So I come looking for some help. And
Are you kidding me?
No, Sergeant,
So a car stalled. What do you want from me? Let him call a garage and get a tow truck.
But, Sergeant, this...
Pyle, what is this stupid desire of yours to get involved in other people's problems? One night it's a drunk, the next night it's a stalled car.
But, Sergeant, I couldn't refuse. You see, this is...
Oh, you couldn't refuse. Come with me, Pyle. I'll show you how to refuse. He couldn't refuse, Mr. Good Samaritan here. Come on.
But, Sergeant... Right there, Sergeant.
Watch me, Pyle. Just watch me and see how easy it is to refuse and not let everybody take advantage of you.
Oh, hi. Are you going to help me, Sergeant? That's awfully sweet of you.
Well,
All it needs is a little push, and I'll be forever grateful, Sergeant.
Well, don't just stand there. Come on, push. Now remember, boy, it's Saturday. Them requisitions got to be over at supply before noon.
Don't worry about a thing, Sarge. Just have yourself a nice, relaxed weekend of fishing. Everything here will be fine.
So long, Sergeant. And I hope you catch one that big.
What are they, on vacation? What's with a ball plant?
Well, they're on liberty, Vince. I guess they'd rather fool around than take off.
Yeah. Well, most important of all, keep your eye on my car every minute. Make sure this idiot doesn't scrape me when he pulls out.
I got it. I'm sorry, Sergeant. I guess I got flung too hard.
You guys dented my hood. I'm gonna dent your skulls.
Don't worry, Sergeant. It's just an old soft tennis ball.
Beat it. What is this, a playground?
Well, we are on liberty, and we...
Then get out of here before I give you something to do. Go on, blow. Now, look. Keep the key in the desk. If the sun gets too hot, move the car over to the other lot where it's shadier. And don't forget to wipe your feet before you get in.
Hey, Sergeant, if you'd like me to, I'll wash your car for you while you're gone.
Are you still here?
Can I wash it, can I?
You don't need washing.
Well, it's bound to get dusty, and I could just take a rag and whoosh over it.
No.
But it'd be no trouble at all. Besides, we're on cleaning detail anyhow, and the car
cleaning detail? Why aren't you cleaning the duty hut?
We did.
Do it again.
Well, all right, Sergeant. I hope you have a good time, and I hope you catch a fish that...
Now! Don't forget them requisitions. You gotta fill out the morning report and the furlough papers for Medwin. And don't forget to tell Sergeant Sanger.
I've got to get over to supply. You guys stay with it and grab the phone if it rings.
Right, Corporal.
If you hadn't opened your big mouth, Gomer, we wouldn't be doing this again.
Well, I don't mind you. You do a job the second time, and you see how far from perfect it really is. Duty Hut, PFC Gomer Pyle speaking. Hey, Miss Bunny. How are you? No, Sergeant Carter's not here. He's gone off for a wonderful weekend of fishing.
He's gone off fishing? But he can't. He's got all the things I collected for the charity bazaar right in the trunk of his car. He was supposed to deliver them this morning.
Well, Miss Bunny, the car's right here.
But what good is that gonna do me? And after I knocked myself out collecting stuff from every house and store in the neighborhood.
Well, he'll be back Monday, and I'm sure he'll call you first thing.
Yeah? Well, I'm not so sure I'll be here for his call, Monday or the day after.
Now, wait a minute, Miss Bunny. You say the things are in the sergeant's car? Well, he left the key here. I heard him tell Corporal Boyle. Yeah, here it is. And they're supposed to be delivered where? To the corner at 4th and Main. Oh, yeah, I know that building. In the basement, you say?
Oh, if you can do this, I can't tell you what a lifesaver you'll be.
Now, don't you worry, Miss Bunny. All those things will get there right on time. Absolutely. You just leave it to me.
Gomer, what are you going to do?
I'm going to take the sergeant's car and deliver those things to the rummage sale.
Gomer, no.
Well, it's for a good cause, Duke. And Sergeant Carter did promise Miss Bunny, and she's his best girl, and he wouldn't want her mad at him. I know in a case like this, he'd want me to drive his car.
Drive it, Gomer. He won't even let you wash it. No, Gomer, wait a minute. You're not serious this time. Oh, no, this is the craziest thing you've ever done. You can't be serious. Think, Gomer, think. This is the sergeant's car. You're taking his car and without his permission.
But, dear, I'm doing it for him. I'm not just taking this car for my own pleasure. Now, stop worrying.
Well, I am worried. This is the way it always starts. Somebody gets into trouble, you've got to help them. Mr. Fix-It. You always got to go around helping people.
Boy, you sure got a lot of nice donations, didn't you? Look
Gomer.
at that. Candlesticks and silverware and teapot.
Gomer, listen to me. Please don't do it. Please do not take the car.
You'll see, Duke. When Sergeant Carter gets back and hears about this, he'll shake my hand.
Oh, yeah, he'll shake your hand, all right. He'll shake your hand until it comes off. Gomer, this is dynamite.
I'm all set now. It won't take me but a minute to change my uniform.
Gomer, you're making a mistake taking the car. What if something happens?
Nothing's gonna happen. I'll be there and back before you know it.
Company BPFC Slater. Oh, hi, Corporal Boyle. Fine. Everything's fine. Oh, you'll be stuck over at Supply a little longer? Yeah, well, there's no problem here. It's been real quiet the last hour or so. Everything quiet and under control. Oh, hi, Gome. Huh? Oh, Pyle just walked in. He went over to pick up some polish. Okay. What happened? Did you deliver the stuff?
Well, Duke.
What's that?
It's the car key.
Where's the car?
I couldn't help it, Duke. It was just a little accident.
Accident? Accident? Is that what you said, Gomer? An accident? Tell me about it. Everything.
Well, I don't remember everything. I guess it'll all be in the lawyer's letter.
Lawyer's letter?
That's what the police said.
Police?
Yeah, they were there to keep the crowd back.
Crowd?
There's always a crowd.
Oh. All right. Now start all over. Exactly what happened?
Well, I couldn't get the brakes to work, and I went through a red light.
You did?
It was on the back of a truck. There was hardly any damage to the truck. The car's a mess.
Oh. Where did it happen?
Well, at the corner where Canyon and Beacon meet.
Canyon and Beacon? Canyon and Beacon don't meet. There's a fence there. Canyon's not a through street.
It is now. But it really wasn't my fault, Duke. I was going down this hill, and I went to put on the brakes, and there wasn't any. And there was this truck there. I just couldn't help it.
Did I tell you? Can you imagine what's going to happen around here Monday morning when Carter gets back? And you're not going to be the only one that's going to catch it. I'm going to get it, too.
Well, why you, Duke?
Why? Because I didn't stop you. I was right here, and I didn't stop you.
But you had nothing to do with it, Duke. It was all my idea.
Gomer, that won't be good enough for the Sarge. He'll want to know why I didn't take a rifle and stop you, or why I didn't throw myself under the wheels of the car. Oh, Monday's going to be a great day, all right. I can just hear the sergeant. He's going to come out and... Wait a minute. Monday? The Sarge is not due back till Monday. We still have a chance if we can get the car fixed before then. Where is it?
Well, the tow truck took it to the garage.
All right. Get over there and tell them to work day and night if they have to, but that car's got to be fixed right away. Now, look. Go tell them at the garage to fix it and get it back here real early Monday. With any luck, Carter may never know a thing. And give me that key. Now, come on. Get going.
While inside? What's the matter with you?
Nothing, Sarge. Nothing at all. Corporal Boyle's over at Supply. What are you doing back, Sarge?
I remembered something I had to do.
But you're definitely leaving, right?
Yeah, I'm leaving. What are you so anxious for, Slater?
Anxious? Me? Oh, I'm not anxious. I just hate to see you get a late start on your weekend, that's all.
Well, forget about it. Who moved my car?
What car?
The car parked in the lot, Charterhead. What car? My car.
Isn't it there?
If it was there, would I be asking you, where is it?
Well, No need to get upset, Sarge. It'll turn up. Whoever took it's bound to bring it back.
What do you mean took it?
Well, maybe you mislaid it.
Mislaid? A car?
It happens.
The car was definitely there. You saw it.
Well, maybe somebody took it by mistake. Yeah, that's it, an honest mistake. It's possible. You know cars, they all look alike.
Just get over to the barracks and see if anyone there has seen it. Go on. Come on, move.
Vince, what are you doing back?
You moved my car?
No, I just put the keys in the desk. Why, anything wrong?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I almost drove off and forgot I got a whole trunk full of stuff to deliver some charity bazaar for Bunny. Boy, she'd really have me in my head if I'd have gone off and forgotten it. You say you left the key in the desk?
Top drawer. I put it there right after you left.
Still here.
Well, what's up?
My car's gone.
Your car's gone and the key's still here?
You didn't move it. The key's here. Then why would my car be... It's stolen.
Stolen?
Sure. Yeah. If you were a crook and came on the base, which car would you take, huh? Persky's, Denov's? No, you'd steal the best one, mine. It all adds up. The crook jumped the wires and just took off. And with all that stuff of Bunny's in the trunk.
What are you doing?
You'll see. Give me the police.
Look, Vince, don't you think you ought to wait a little
For
bit?
what? Give the crook more time to get away? This way they may nab him before he gets out of town. Let the police get right on it. Hello, police? I want to report a stolen car.
Yeah. Oh, you did it. Yeah, you really did it. Boy, how come you didn't get hurt? Boy, you bang up a car like this and you usually don't walk away from it.
Well, I don't understand it. I just don't understand what happened to the brakes.
Are you sure you're okay? Maybe you got a concussion. You sound like you got a concussion.
No, I'm all right, but what about the car?
Oh, boy, you did it. You really did it.
But it was just an ordinary collision.
Maybe for you ordinary, but for us, it ain't every day we have to fish knives and forks out of a transmission.
I was delivering some silverware.
Oh, boy, you did it. Look at here. There, it was hanging by a thread. We'll have to have a new one.
Oh, my.
See, this will take about 4 or 5 days.
But I've got to have it back no later than Monday morning. It's a matter of life or death.
Look, kid, you have any idea how much labor goes into a job like this? Take a guess how many guys are going to be working on this car.
Well,
No, go ahead. Take a guess.
But I...
And it's Saturday. The parts places are all closed.
Well, what am I going to do? Monday's my deadline.
You too? Here's a deadline. There's a deadline. Everybody's got a deadline. Do you know how many cars I got piled up with a deadline? Take a guess how many cars I got piled up with deadlines.
Well,
No, go ahead. Take a guess.
I don't know, and I wouldn't ask you to do this unless it was an emergency, but I've just got to have that car back. It's very important. Please, sir.
Well, seeing as you're a serviceman and all, and if I put a full crew on and ask the others to do it as a special favor, okay, kid, you'll have it.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
That's going to take a little bit of doing,
Hey,
but...
Charlie.
Oh, hiya, Fred. What's cooking?
Got a report on a stolen car. We're checking all the garages in case they try to get a quick paint job. Oh, you in the middle of something?
Oh, no, that's all right. Go ahead. That's more important. A stolen car.
Yeah, it belongs to a Marine, too.
A Marine? Well, ain't that a shame?
Well, kid, we'll get to work on this right away. Here's my card. You better take a few.
Okay, I'll get the rest of the things out of the car.
Okay. What kind of a car was it, Fred?
Well, it's a two-tone 59 Dodge sedan, license JIE 137.
Well, I hope you catch the crook.
I think I just did.
So it was all a mistake, huh?
Yes, sir. It was just a little mix-up, and if you'll let me call Miss Bunny Olson, she'll tell you.
Okay, we'll get to her all right, but first you. Let's start from the beginning. All right, you woke up this morning, went to your wallet, and it was empty.
I don't have a wallet. It makes the pockets bulge. It ruins the look of a uniform. See how flat this is? So is this back here. You know where I keep my money? Right there.
Very good. Still, it would be nice to have that sock full of money, wouldn't it? Sure. You look at the fellas on the outside living it up, and of course the paying the service isn't really enough.
Pays fine, Sergeant. $97.50 a month. Fact is, I saved most of my salary.
And how do you explain the stolen car?
I told you I didn't steal it. I was just using it
You was just using it.
to help out Miss Bunny. Why can't we call her?
But the owner of this car is a Sergeant Vincent Carter.
I was helping him out, too.
Oh, that's wonderful. What this world needs is more people to help others like this. Let's see what he's got in the bag.
Sergeant, if you listen for just a minute, I can explain the whole thing. I never stole anything in my whole life. You can ask any of my buddies. If it's one thing I respect, it's other people's property.
Just using it.
No, sir. You see, all this was going to be sold. You can ask Miss Bunny. She's the one that got all these things.
She did, huh?
Uh-huh. Would you believe that Miss Bunny got something from most every house and shop in this town?
That's so.
Yes, sir. She's a real hard worker, night and day.
All right, where do we find this bunny?
Miss Bunny Olson, 341 Riverdale Avenue. She can straighten this whole thing out right away.
Okay, pick her up. Now, she's got to be the brains of this mob.
Mob? But, Sergeant, you don't understand.
Sit down.
But...
Sit down.
Relax, Vince.
Relax. I'll relax when I get my car back. I don't understand you, boy. I asked you to watch my car, didn't I?
I couldn't watch it every second, Vince. I had work to do.
Well? Well?
No trace of it, Sarge.
Did you check the front gate?
Well, no,
I can't trust you to do anything, Slater. Boyle, do me a favor, will you?
Sure thing, Vince.
Sarge, I don't think it was stolen. Forget about it. I'm sure it'll be back home in Monday morning, just like it was when you left.
You'll forgive me if I don't share your car. Forget about it. It's right out there where everybody can see it. Forget that, will you? later. What did you... Pyle, Bunny,
Don't you speak to me.
What did I do? What? What's going on here?
Look, Sergeant, there seems to be a little confusion about this car of yours. Now, let's clear it up. Was the car stolen or wasn't it?
Of course it was stolen. And before we go any further, I have a request. I'd like 2 minutes alone with the thief. Where is he?
Right there.
Huh?
Hey, Sergeant.
Pyle? He took it?
Yeah. Now, sign this form pressing charges.
Pressing charges? Oh, no, I don't want him in jail. I'm not gonna let him off that easy. When I get my hands on...
You be quiet and listen.
Huh?
He didn't steal anything. He was doing you a favor.
Miss Bunny called and told me how you were supposed to deliver all these things over to her place.
He was doing your job. He was afraid I'd be angry with you. This whole thing would never have happened if you'd have delivered those things like you promised.
Well, you can't blame me for being upset. It's my car. You had no right taking it without my permission.
Oh, you don't appreciate anything that's done for you.
I don't appreciate. What do you mean I don't?
If you
Wait a minute! Are you gonna press charges or aren't you?
Well, I guess not. After all, there was no harm really done.
No. Have you seen your car yet?
No, why?
Yo, Gomer, why don't you grab a bag here? We better hurry, Sarge. You're gonna be late.
Where's my car?
Come on.
Where's my
Let's
car?
go, you guys. Come on, Bunny.
Where's
Come on, Sarge.
Where's my car?
Everybody ready to go? Okay.
It was nice meeting you.
My car.
Taxi!
Where's my car?
Taxi!
What are you calling a taxi for? Where's my car?
Oh, why am I calling a taxi? Well, your car's over police lockup, Sarge, and with all that red tape, it'll take hours for you to get it out, and I don't want you to be late meeting Kowalski.
And you know what else? You owe us all an apology, especially Gomer.
An apology?
Yeah, for getting us into this mess by calling the police.
My car was missing. What would you do? Okay, so I know my car is all right and everything's fine.
Some apology.
Well, all's well that ends well, right, Sergeant? Oh, Pyle. Hey there. Hey, Duke, it's the mechanic.
What mechanic?
Pyle, I was in the station to find out if it's okay to go ahead and fix the car.
Fix the car? What car you fixing?
Let's go, Sarge. We're gonna be late.
Wait a minute. What car?
It's no use, Duke. We should have told the sergeant the truth in the first place. There was a little accident, Sergeant, and that's the reason that your car's not here.
An accident? My car?
We wanted to get it fixed up good as new before you got back.
How much is the damage?
Guess. Take a little guess how much.
Look,
No, go ahead. Guess.
A new fender? Headlights? Bumper? Radiator? Windshield?
I couldn't help it, Sergeant. The brakes give out.
Well, there was a leak in the hydraulic system. The fitting fell off, and it went just like that. You know, it's a good thing he was going slow. If somebody was speeding in that car, could have been bad. Could have got killed. So considering everything, I think you got off pretty easy. It'll all come to about $350. You got insurance?
Yeah, I got insurance. How about you, Pyle? You got insurance?
Well, I don't have a car.
I mean life insurance. Because when I get through with you, you're going to be in worse shape than the car. I'm going to take you...
Vance! Didn't you hear what the man said? If you'd have been driving, you could have gotten killed.
Did you hear how much it's going to cost?
Did you hear what else he said? Killed, Vince. Killed.
$350.
Killed. Gomer saved your life. On top of trying to do you a favor, he saved your life.
Well, what are we standing around for? I got a 3 o'clock date with Kowalski. Come on, let's get going.
Huh? Guess how long it's going to take to fix your car, Sergeant? Go ahead, take a guess. Go on, take a guess.
Hi, Vince. Hey, how'd the weekend go?
Great. My car been delivered yet?
Pyle went to pick it up an hour ago.
Pyle? I thought the mechanic was going to bring it back.
Well, he phoned. He was shorthanded this morning, so Pyle went to pick it up. He should be back any minute.
Oh.
So, you had a good time in spite of everything, huh?
Yeah, the two of us went way up. Trash cans fell off the truck. It's Pyle. He's back.
Well, there she is, Sergeant. Good as new.
Yeah, good as new.
I'm sorry it took me so long, but I drove real slow and real careful like. I hope you wasn't worried.
Well, I'll tell you the truth, Pyle. I was a little. I always get a little nervous when somebody else is driving my car. Come on, get out, Pyle. Let me park.
Oh, I can park it.
No, Pyle. You better let me. Nobody can handle this baby like I can. Yes, sir.
Let's leave him alone.
On board ship and you slowed down to a crawl. Probably the trouble is you missed them nice long hikes we used to take. You know, them nice long walks in the country. Look at that. What are you, gaining weight?
Well, this Navy food sure is good, Sergeant. They must use different spices. Like that lamb we had last night.
Pyle, when are you going to learn not to talk in ranks?
I'm sorry, Sergeant. I thought you asked me a question.
I did not ask a question. And if I do ask a question, I do not want you to answer it. You understand?
Well, is that a question? If it is, the answer is yes. If it's...
Knock it off! Now, hear this and hear it good. We are Marines on a Navy ship. From now on, we're going to shape up and look and act like Marines. And to start getting you guys back in condition, we're going to have a daily program of good, strong exercise. That's right. To get rid of the fat and the sluggishness. So, when you're dismissed here, you will suit up in sweatsuits and report to me in the gym in 5 minutes. Now, Pyle, what do you think you're doing?
I got something in my eye, Sergeant.
So you got something in your eye. All right.
Well, it hurts, Sergeant.
Well, pull the upper lid over the lower lid and just wipe it out. Now, I'm going to start an athletic program that will get each one of you men squared away. I want it.
That don't work, Sergeant.
What?
Pulling the upper lid over the lower lid.
All right. Take hut. Hair smash. All right, Pyle, let me look at it. All right, come around to the light.
You know I can see my reflection right in your eye.
Swell. Here, blow your nose.
What?
Blow your nose.
Well, what's this? What's this? You see that, boys? They blow their noses for him. Isn't that nice? Say, Sarge, do you tie their shoes for him, too?
Why, he never. We tie our own.
Oh, you tie your own shoes. They have to tie their own shoes.
But he does do a lot of other nice things for us.
Yeah, like what?
Well, like once when we was on a hike, I turned my ankle, and he carried me all the way home in his arms. Remember, Sergeant?
Is that right?
He sure did, just like I was a baby. Didn't you, Sergeant?
Gee, the next thing you know, he'll be saying he tucked you in bed, too.
Well, as a matter of fact, one time when I had the flu...
Dismiss, Pyle.
Well, it was a kind of human thing to do, Sergeant.
Dismiss, Pyle. Dismiss. Dismiss.
Yes, sir.
Gee, tucked him in bed. Isn't that precious?
Tucked him in bed!
Okay, next. Pyle Lombardi, come on, mix it up. Well, come on, mix it up, mix it up. This looks like a waltz contest. Give me them gloves.
Sure, Sergeant. You can have mine too, Sergeant.
No, you keep yours on. I want to show you something. You guys are dancing around like you never saw a fight or a pair of gloves in your whole life. All right, come on, get over there. All right. Now, first, I want to show you how to throw a jab.
You stand like this, see? Your chin behind your shoulder, and you shoot that left out, like that. Like this, see? Jab! Jab!
Boy, it sure is slick, Sergeant. Well, hey there, Chief.
All right, now, you got that? Your shoulder high. Jab! Jab!
Boy, that's slick.
Well, am I doing it right?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, Sergeant, not quite.
You think you can do it better?
Yeah, I think so. Hey, give me that left glove, will you, Private? Now, you see, Sergeant, here, your foot position is okay, but when you throw your jab, you got your left elbow up too high. See, that's okay for a hook. But for a jab, no. Jab, you cock your arm back like this and shoot out like a piston. See?
Shazam! That sure is neat, Chief.
Well, it's no different than the way I throw it. Look.
Golly, Sergeant, that's real neat, too.
Come on, Sergeant, let him settle it. Which one of those two punches was the best, Private?
Golly, Chief, it's kind of hard to say. They was both just as nice as could be.
Wow, mine was the hardest, wasn't it?
Well, maybe it was.
Come on, Sergeant, you couldn't break an egg with that jab of yours.
Maybe I couldn't break an egg, but I sure could make an impression on your chin.
You really think so?
You bet I do.
I mean, really?
Yeah.
Well, there's one way to find out.
I thought you'd never ask. Pyle, give him that glove.
No, wait, I got a better idea.
Yeah, I'll bet you do. Okay, if you're scared, forget it.
I'm not scared. I'm not backing out, but here's the way it is, see? The boys are having a smoker up on deck Friday night, and we're having some bouts, see? Now, if you want to fight me, why don't we settle it there? I mean, why waste it here in the gym? Let everybody in on it. What do you say, Sarge?
Up on deck? In front of the whole ship?
Sure, go ahead, Sergeant. Take him up on it.
Yeah, okay, sure, why not? I'll fight you here or at the smoker. What difference does it make?
Okay, Sarge, we got a deal. It's you and me in the main event at the smoker Friday night. That ought to give the boys a kick. Okay, buddy, I see you then. And don't forget to show up now.
Hey, Sergeant, do you think you can whoop him?
Oh, sure he can.
Sure he can, yeah.
You'll be fighting in front of the whole ship.
So I'll be fighting in front of the whole ship. I'm no rank amateur, you know.
You mean you've had some fights, Sergeant?
What do you think? Listen, I'll tell you something. I was the welterweight champ in junior high.
Is that right, Sergeant? You was a champion?
Sure, there were 65 guys in the class, too. Killer Carter, they called me. My gym teacher thought I should turn pro. He said my right was better than Lewis's.
Joe Louis?
No, Louis Patman. He was a champ in the class ahead of me. Well, listen, I'd keep this quiet if I were you fellas, because if Simpson finds out, he's liable to try to back out. It's too bad this ain't a pro fight, fellas.
Why's that, Sergeant?
Well, I mean, you might be able to pick up a few bucks. You know, betting on me.
Hey, what's to stop us?
Well, it wouldn't be too ethical for your sergeant to suggest something like that, especially with me being the favorite. Oh, boy, I can't wait till Friday.
Golly, Killer Carter.
How much you got, Frankie?
$13. How much you got?
Good. 22. Now, if we can just find some suckers to bet with.
I don't know about this betting. I never did believe much in that.
Gomer, it was the sergeant who gave us the idea.
Yeah, Gomer, he was almost telling us to do it.
But only if it was a professional fight, he said.
Gomer, please, don't spoil it.
Shouldn't we tell him that Sergeant Carter was the champion of his school?
No. Whatever you do, don't tell him that.
But he was.
I know, but if they find out Carter's an experienced boxer, they'll want odds.
But we ought to tell him the truth. The chief ought to know who he's fighting. He might get himself hurt.
Gomer, you know what they say. All's fair in love and war, and this is war, sort of.
Hey, Duke. Look over there.
Hey, good place to find some suckers. Let's get over there.
Yeah, good idea.
I don't know. I don't think it's right to bet.
Come on.
Sure hits that thing hard like a hammer.
Yeah. He handles that bag pretty good, don't he?
Yeah.
You have some fights before he's in the Navy?
You put me on Mac.
Huh.
Don't you know about the chief? Fleet champ for 4 years. 37 knockouts. He only quit because nobody'd fight him.
He was a fleet champ for 4 years. The only reason he quit is because he couldn't find anybody to fight with.
That's better than being junior high school champ, ain't it?
I'd say so lots better. Come on, we better get out of here. Let's find Sergeant Carter and tell him what he's walking into. Come on.
Yeah, we better.
Hiya, fellas. Hey, watch this. The old 1-2. Pump, pump, pump. Slick, huh?
Oh, yeah, that's real good.
Yeah, I'm really getting back in shape.
Sergeant, we were...
No, don't tell me if you're putting any bets down on me. I mean, I don't want to hear anything about gambling. Anything you do like that, well, it's strictly up to you.
Sergeant, what we're trying to tell you is we were watching the chief train up on deck.
Yeah? What's this, huh? I used to be able to do that every time. Bum, bum.
Sergeant, what Dick was trying to tell you is we was up on the deck watching the chief train for quite a while.
Yeah, he's got him, huh? That's smart. Where's he weak, huh? His hook's right where?
No place.
Huh?
That's right. It's not a weak spot on him. It's all hair and muscle.
What are you guys trying to tell me?
Well, the fact is, Sarge, we found out the chief was fleet champ for 4 years. He only quit because nobody would fight him.
Yeah?
Yeah, and he's got 37 knockouts.
Okay, so he was a fleet champ. So what?
Well, you might be outclassed, Sergeant. It might be too one-sided.
What?
Sergeant, I think it'd be to your credit if you spoke up and said, "This fight is unfair. My opponent is a stronger and better fighter than I am, and I think it's silly to fight him." That'd be to your credit.
Are you kidding?
But, Sarge, it's not a match. I think nobody would blame me if you came down with a bad cold or something.
Look, if I didn't know better, I'd think that chief sent you guys over here to scare me. Out, out, I don't want to hear anymore. Get out. Out, 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 out. Out, 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 out. Get out of here. Out, 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 out,
You know what I'm thinking, you guys?
Uh-huh. Sergeant Carter's gonna get himself killed. Killed. That's just what Sergeant Carter's gonna get himself, is killed.
Yeah, Gomer, I'm worried about him, too. He could get himself hurt bad.
Well, why he's so stubborn? Everybody'd understand if he'd just speak up and say, "I do not wish to fight someone so much better than I am. So for that reason,
Gomer,
I am..."
forget it. Look, you know he's not going to do that.
Yeah. You know, you guys, I'm wondering, maybe if we can't get through to the sergeant, we can get through to the chief.
How do you mean?
I mean psychological warfare.
Huh?
The old war on nerves. We'll gaslight him.
How do you do that?
We scare him to death and maybe he'll back out. We'll have to get some of the rest of the guys in on it, but it might just work. Yeah, psychological warfare. It's our only hope.
Well, look who's here. The boys in green.
I bet your sergeant's pretty green about now, right, fellas?
You know, maybe after this fight, we'll get to see our first burial at sea.
You fellas sure crack a good joke.
What do you guys want?
Well, the guys in our platoon got together and pooled all their money and sent us over here to find out if you guys might be interested in making a little bet on the fight.
A bet?
You mean you guys want to bet on Carter?
Well, sure. You don't think we bet on anybody else, do you?
I'd like some of that action.
Yeah, me too. How much you guys got?
$220.
I don't know if we can cover all that. Suppose you guys want the odds? 5 to 1?
5 to 1? Oh, no, that's too high. We couldn't possibly give him 5 to 1, could we, Frankie?
Oh, no.
No, I'm sorry, fellas. Best we could give you is 4 to 1. Take it or leave it.
Wait a minute. You want to give us 4 to 1 odds? Make Carter the favorite?
Yeah. After all, our Sarge is an ex-champ.
He's an ex-champ?
That's right. He beat 65 guys back when he was...
Back in the days when he was fighting welterweight. 65 wins.
What?
What do you say?
Wait a minute. What about those 65 wins?
Nothing. You want to bet or don't you?
What 65 guys did he beat?
Do you want to bet?
At 4 to 1, Okay, we'll take the whole thing. Come on, guys, get your money together. Right here, let's go. Come on.
Hey, Gomer, look, they're putting up the money. You said they'd be too scared to bet.
I did?
Sure. You said they probably heard about Killer Carter. Remember?
What's this about Killer Carter?
Nothing. Get your dough together.
No, wait a minute. What were you saying about Killer Carter?
That's what they used to call him. His coach thought he should turn pro, said his right was better than Lewis's.
Gomer, that's enough. You got your money together? We ain't got all day.
Yeah, we got it right here, $55. Now, what's this about Killer Carter?
Nothing. Well, here's our dough. Hey, we'll let you hold it. We trust you, see? But you keep it handy because we're going to be coming for it right after the fight, okay? Come on, you guys. Let's go, Gomer. Can I help you guys?
Oh, we just came out to see Carter train.
Oh, I'm sorry, fellas. I can't do it. I got my orders. Sarge is sparring. He doesn't want to see any visitors.
So what? It won't hurt to take a look.
Sorry.
Oh, take it easy, Sarge.
I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. It's deceitful.
Just one more, Gomer. Ready?
Go! I ain't sparring with him no more. I've had it.
Don't worry, George. In a day or two, you'll be as good as new.
Man, listen to that bag. Sarge sure has fast hands. I'll say that for him. Yeah, fast hands.
Well, how long can he keep that up? He's been at it for 20 minutes.
All day, buddy. All day. You like that 1, 2?
1, 2. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9. What's this? I'm a 6-1 underdog?
Well, you should see this guy train, Chief. He's been murdering his sparring partners. You ought to hear him on that heavy bat.
No, wait a minute. You guys forgetting I was the fleet champ?
Well, that was a couple of years ago, Chief.
You might have slowed up a little since then.
What? Slowed up? That's a joke. I'd like to put down $10 at 6-1 if I could get anybody to take the bet.
I'll take it, Chief.
Come on. I gotta see this guy for myself. Come on.
Okay, on your toes. Here comes the chief. Get going.
Deceitful.
Gomer, just try and remember it's to save your dear sergeant's life. Will you please keep remembering that?
Well.
Here, put this in your mouth.
What do you mean I can't go inside? You can't keep me out of there.
Please, Chief. It's for your own good. Sarge has worked himself up to such a pitch. If he sees you, he'll go for you right now. He won't even wait till tomorrow night.
Look, that's okay with me. If he wants it now, I'll give it to him now.
No, Chief, you can't. You might get hurt. Oh, don't worry, Leonard. You'll be eating solid food again in no time, pal.
Chief, if you still want that bet, I'll make it 10-1. Hey, Chief.
You should have seen his face. Did it work? Like a charm. It worked.
It's deceitful, just plain deceitful. I know. It's to save Sergeant Carter's life.
Oh, he was gaslit, all right. If anybody was gaslit, it was him. You see, Gomer? Psychological warfare. It's the only thing that can save the Sarge. Yep, the old war of nerves. It works every time.
Hey, Sergeant Carter.
What's going on here, huh?
Hey, fellas, I think it worked. Did you see the chief's?
Well, come on, what's going on here? What is all this? Talk, somebody, talk. You were talking pretty good when I came in, Slater. Keep going.
Oh, well?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
You see, we was using psychological warfare.
What?
That's what you do when another fella is stronger than you are and is liable to beat your brains out.
Huh?
So we gave him the gaslight.
Who? What are you talking about, anyway?
Well, Chief Simpson, you see, we was real worried about you, and you wouldn't back out, so we couldn't let you go in there and get hurt.
So?
So we threw a little scare into him, that's all.
Yeah? How'd you do that?
Well, first of all the guys got together and put up all their money, and we went over and betted on you.
Yeah, and we gave those sailors 4-1 odds.
You gave them 4-1 odds? On me?
Well, it shook them up pretty good. And then we pretended this was your training camp and you were knocking everybody out.
You guys bet all the dough you have? And gave 4 to 1? Well, you can lose the whole wad.
Oh, we didn't care about that as long as it was going to help you. I personally thought it was a deceitful thing to do, but, well, as long as it was going to help out.
You guys did all that for me? You know something, fellas? I'll level with you. I was kind of worried about fighting that guy. But not anymore. That gaslighting worked on me, too. What you guys did is giving me strength, confidence. You know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna fight that guy like nobody ever fought before. And I'm gonna knock him out. And you know why?
Why, Sergeant?
Because you guys care.
Boy, the sergeant's really a picture of health, ain't he? He's even got roses in his cheek.
I'll tell you one thing, Gomer. Many a fight's been won on sheer confidence.
And the sergeant's plenty of that.
He sure has.
Bless his heart.
How do you feel, Sarge?
And now, the feature bout of the evening. In this corner, weighing 162.5, wearing gold trunks, the pride of the Marines, Sergeant Vince Killer Carter. And in this corner, weighing 171, wearing white trunks, the former fleet champion, Wayne Rattlesnake Simpson.
What do you think, Duke?
Well, like I said, Gomer, that confidence the sergeant was talking about, it could make the difference. And he's got it.
Bless his heart.
Touch gloves and come out fighting.
It's over. It's all over.
Easy, Gomer, easy. Come on.
Sergeant, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. What happened?
He knocked you out, is what?
You okay now, Sarge?
I'm sorry as I can be.
What happened, Sarge? You were so full of confidence.
I'll tell you something, fellas. The confidence is okay, but a good right cross is better. I just called you here to tell you this. I want to thank you for all you did. And I also want to apologize for last night's fight. Now, I know you lost a lot of money betting on me, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to see that every one of you get paid back.
Sergeant?
It may take me a little while, but you're going to get every cent of it back. Because what you guys did...
Sergeant?
What is it, Slater?
Well, Sergeant, you don't have to pay us back. We already got our money back. In fact, more.
You did? How?
Well, when the odds went to 20 to 1, we got $12 together and went over and bet it on the chief.
Huh? You did? Why did you do that?
Well, Sergeant, it's not that we weren't loyal or anything. It's just that we all thought those odds were too good to pass up.
Okay. So you wanted to pick up a few extra bucks. That's what was important, huh? So you bet against your sergeant. You all won. Swell. All except you, Pyle. You didn't bet, did you?
No, sir, I don't believe in betting.
Good.
But if I did believe in betting, I'd have bet some money on the chief, and I'd give all my winnings to you.
right, you people. We're in enemy territory now. Hear this and hear it good. I'm going to refresh your memories. Now, on this map here, you'll see a bridge at 471330. Our mission is to advance deeper into enemy territory. Find that bridge and destroy that bridge. This whole area is heavily held. We've only got 10 men. Not all 10 men are going to get through. But enough of you have to get through to do the job. Which means that each one of you is going to be strong, it's going to be tough, it's going to be fast, it's going to be all the time thinking. Any questions?
Yes, sir. Sergeant Carter, would you repeat that, please?
Pyle, didn't you hear anything? Anything?
Yes, sir. Just sounded so good, the part where you said I was going to be strong and fast and thinking and...
Knock it off! Pay attention. All right. Today is the day you people learn about the pride of the Marines. If we get that bridge, if we get through, there'll be no individual citations, no glory. Just a little old beat-up gold boot to put in the trophy case back in our company office. The gold boot they give to platoons that distinguish themselves in the field. I want that boot. All right, this is it. Now be careful when you fire. The thing to be prepared for is... Hit the deck! Hit the deck! Grenade!
Sergeant?
Yes, sir?
Major Stone, Sergeant. I'll be observing your squad during the war games.
Yes, sir.
As a result of the enemy grenade, this man and this man are dead. Tag them.
Aye, sir.
Now, this man was presumably hit and can remain in action. Tag and bandage him.
Aye, sir.
Hey, this looks like it's going to be fun. You think we're anywhere near that bridge?
You don't understand strategy, Gomer.
No, I don't guess I do.
You see, the enemy expects us to take the short route to the bridge, right?
Right.
So Sergeant Carter knows that the enemy expects us to take the short route, so he starts off on the long route. But he's also got to figure that the enemy had figured that we wouldn't go the way they expected. Understand?
Hey, do you think we're anywhere near that bridge?
I think the sergeant wants you, Gomer.
Me?
Yeah.
Quiet and look straight ahead. See anything?
Sure is pretty up there.
I'm talking about the enemy. This ain't a nature walk. Now look.
No, sir. Of course, I don't rightly know what the enemy looks like.
The enemy will be wearing red identifying armbands, as you may have been told.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
This is no time for sorry. You see that little pile of rocks up there? That pile of rocks commands this whole area. There's no way around it except over open ground. Now, one man in there with a machine gun can mow down our whole squad.
You know, I never would have thought of that.
I know. Now, Pyle, I've got to send a man up to that pile of rocks to make sure. I need a volunteer. A man who can face enemy fire, who can make that sacrifice. Do you know why I'm sending you?
'Cause I'm the most expendable?
Right. Now, remember one thing. Try and remember one thing.
Yes, sir.
This is jungle warfare. Every mean, nasty trick the enemy can play on you, he'll play it. Now, you've got to do the same thing to him. Can you do it?
I can do it, but I won't like it.
Huh?
Mean, nasty tricks. I don't much care for that sort of thing.
Well, don't care for it. Just do it.
Yes, sir. Hey there.
Hey.
How you doing? Thanks for not shooting me.
I couldn't.
You know I feel the same way.
You don't understand. I couldn't for a very simple reason.
What's that?
I'm dead.
Oh, I'm real sorry to hear that.
It's all right.
Would it help to talk about it?
No, I can't. You see, you can't talk. It's against regulations when you're dead.
Oh, well, I wouldn't want to go against regulations. But back home, we had this neighbor, Orly Kiefer, and she used to talk to her husband, Virgil, real good after he was dead. She had to go into some kind of trance, and she did it by taking this stuff she bottled in her backyard. And, oh, she talked to him real sharp, just like she did before he hung himself. And Orly, he... Oh, that's my sergeant. I gotta tell him it's all clear, you being dead and all.
Sure.
But we all gotta go sometimes. Hey, Sergeant, it's all clear.
Hit the deck! Hit the deck!
Sergeant!
Yes, sir?
Well, looks like you walked right into one, Sergeant.
Pyle! Pyle, I thought you said it was all clear.
Yes, sir. The only fella that was in there was dead.
You sure, Private?
Yes, sir. He told me so.
He, had one of these tags?
You know, I think he tricked me. What a mean thing. What a mean thing to do.
All right, Sergeant, you've got 3 men killed and 1 wounded.
Which ones are dead, sir?
Here, and this man wounded. Tag them.
I'm not arguing, sir, but Private Pyle here was right in the line of fire.
That's true. I don't know how I was saved.
He's dead, isn't he, sir? Please, sir. Of course, it's your decision, but I'd kill him. I mean, I'd tag him killed.
That's it, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Carry on.
What a mean thing to do. What a mean thing. Tell me he was dead when he was as alive as you and me.
Pyle, do you have any idea what you've done to this mission?
I've sure learned my lesson, Sergeant.
Lesson? I had 8 men. Now I've got 3 dead and 1 wounded who has to be carried back by one of the men I've got left, which leaves me with 3 men to fight my way through and blow up that bridge.
Don't you worry, Sergeant. We'll make it okay.
We? Who do you think's gonna carry that wounded man to the rear? Move it!
Yes. What a mean thing. What a mean thing to do.
Hey, come on, Gomer. I think you're headed in the wrong direction.
Well, that's because you're facing the wrong way. I set you down so you can get straightened out. Talk!
Sure, glad to.
Don't try no tricks now.
We're walking wounded, man. We've had it.
You think we ought to capture Mitty?
Why? Yeah, why?
Well, we could extract military information from you.
Look, Jack, you capture us. All we can tell you is our name, rank, and serial number. That's regulations, right?
Why don't you ask her if we're heading in the right direction?
Hey, Eddie, come over here.
Can't walk.
Oh, I forgot.
Hey, look, what's wrong with asking them?
Because they're the enemy, that's why. You don't know them like I do. They can do mean things.
They look okay.
Well, they all look okay. You never saw a nicer looking fella than the one that told me he was dead.
So what could they do to us?
Hey, I got it. Why don't we ask them which way to go and then go the other way?
I don't think that'll work, Gomer.
Sure, that's thinking like Sergeant Carter said. If I was to ask you fellers which way our rear area is, which way would you say?
Straight that way.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Come on, Eddie.
Hey, you're going the wrong way.
Sure we are. Much obliged, fellers.
What's the matter with that guy?
Combat fatigue.
Hey, you know what's ahead? That bridge.
The one we're supposed to capture? That's in the opposite direction. Oh, boy, are we headed wrong.
Yeah.
Well, he outsmarted you again, Gomer. I told you the right way.
They sure are tricky, these enemy fellers. Mean's what they are.
What are we gonna do now?
Hey, there's nobody else around.
So there's nobody else around. So what?
But it's my chance. That's our mission, to capture that there bridge, while we can even win the gold boot for our platoon. Well, I never thought I'd have a chance to make Sergeant Carter proud of me. He's anxious to win that gold boot and all.
Hey, Gomer, you better go make sure there's no one else around.
Okay, we'll go take another look. There's the enemy, see?
Yeah. Only one looks like.
I sneak up from behind and jump him.
I wouldn't do that.
Well, I got to redeem myself. I got to do something.
What am I supposed to do?
Well, you stay here, and when I get close enough, you distract him. Sing kind of soft like blue-tail fly.
There are no blue-tail fly.
I'll teach it to you. Jimmy crack corn and I don't care.
Gomer!
It's really easy to pick up.
As long as they have to do this. How about you ain't nothing but a hound dog?
Well, that should be pretty distracting. You wait a minute.
Why didn't you stop me?
Why, you're on my side.
I said don't let anyone, understand? Anyone. All right. Now, come on, Peter.
I can't walk, Sergeant.
Now remember, you don't let anybody pass unless they know the password.
Password?
Don't tell me, Pyle. You forgot the password.
I got it right on the tip of my tongue. It's some kind of a fern name.
Kuala Batu. Kuala Batu, a marine operation against the Malay pirates in 1832. You got it?
Yes, sir. Kuala Batu. Kuala Batu?
Kuala Batu. Kuala Batu.
That's right. Kuala Batu. Kuala Batu.
Now, they don't have the password? Use the bayonet.
Sure wish I had some ropes and sapling trees. Catch them good that way.
Ropes and sapling trees?
We used to catch rabbits back home like that.
Well, a marine is not a rabbit.
Foxes too, and a wild pig, a bobcat.
Use the bayonet! What's the password?
Kuala
Batu.
Batu. I got it. Kuala Batu.
It's a secret password. Don't announce it to the whole world!
Refresh my memory, Sergeant. I thought your mission was to attack and destroy footbridge 471330.
Yes, sir, it was.
And since you were not to report back before completing your mission, I can assume the bridge has been blown up?
No, sir.
No, sir, you're not reporting back. No, sir, the bridge has not been blown. No, sir, what?
No, sir, the bridge is still there, sir.
Because you lost your demolition materials. Wasn't that a bit careless of you?
Enemy action, sir.
And you also lost 9 of your 10 men.
No excuse, sir.
And you now propose to take more explosive and start all over again.
We still hold the bridge, sir.
With 1 man?
Yes, sir.
Who was this Horatio you left at the bridge, Carter?
Private Gomer Pyle, sir.
Pyle? The man who walked right up to an enemy machine gunner.
Yes, sir.
Pyle, the man who got half your squad knocked out.
Yes, sir.
Didn't that shake your confidence?
Well,
Sergeant Carter, have you any idea of the importance of blowing up this bridge?
Yes, sir. Strategically...
Wrong!
Sir?
The importance is this. If your mission fails, not only do you not get the gold boot, but you and your entire platoon will be restricted with no liberty for a week. Do you read me, Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
Carry on.
Aye, aye, sir.
Move it.
Who goes there?
Didn't you ever see these, Private?
Yes, sir. Silver bars. Real nice and shiny, too. May I ask the lieutenant where he's going?
We're going across that bridge, Private.
I'm sorry, sir, but not without the password.
Why the password? You don't see an enemy armband here, do you?
Well, sir, you could have taken it off. Not meaning to be personal, but the enemy is mighty tricky. They do mean things.
You're right on your toes. Now, why should I give you the password?
Them's my orders, sir.
What if you're an enemy in disguise? I'd be passing on military information.
Now, I'll have to study on that a while, sir.
You do that while I go across the bridge.
I wouldn't try to cross that bridge.
I'll take the chance, Private.
Get
Get me down from here!
You see, sir, I tried to warn you.
Get me down from here! Get me down!
I will as soon as the umpire comes along and marks you.
Umpire!
Yeah, I don't know whether you're wounded or killed or captured.
Get me down! Ah!
Hey, Sergeant!
Get me down!
Is that a lieutenant you got hanging in that tree?
Yes, sir. He didn't know the secret password, that there Kuala Batu.
Get me down from here! Get me down!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Don't go over that way, Sergeant.
Pyle, I'm gonna have...
I'm sure sorry about that, Sergeant. I tried to tell you.
Get us down out of here.
You see, back home we use smaller sapling trees. Well, a tree like that wasn't there to throw a rabbit clean to I don't know
Who
where.
cares about a rabbit? Get us down!
Pyle, do you know what you get for assaulting a lieutenant?
Well, I couldn't let him go out on that bridge, Sergeant. Why, it ain't safe. You just watch.
Hey! Get us down out of here.
I took out all the ropes holding the bridge to make my trail.
Pyle!
Good work, Private. Tag, that bridge is destroyed.
Yes, sir, it sure is.
Real jungle warfare. You've got a good man under you, Sergeant.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Lieutenant, you were caught by opposing troops while on a spy mission. I'll have to tag you as executed in the field.
All right, sir. Just get me out of here.
Okay, I'll see what I can do to cut you loose.
Look out, sir. I set a lot of these traps. I didn't know how many enemies there was going to be.
Well, do something!
All right. In the meantime, I can tell you how we caught old Reddy Fox back home. Well, you can believe it. He was a lot harder to catch than a man. And what we done was when he was hanging there, Lord, he was a lot funnier than you guys. He was hanging there just swinging away and
Sergeant Carter,
Yes, sir.
for gallantry, resourcefulness, and exerting initiative in the highest traditions of the Corps of the United States Marines, your platoon has been awarded the Gold Boot, the rotating trophy displayed by the finest platoon in this battalion.
Thank you, sir. And may I mention, special credit should go to Private Gomer Pyle, sir.
Attention has been taken of the work of Private Pyle.
Thank you, sir.
Sergeant Carter, dismiss your squad.
Aye, aye, sir. Good. Haste, haste!
Great, buddy.
That was great. You got us out of here.
How'd you ever do it, Gomer? How'd you do it?
Oh, it wasn't nothing to it. I just set out a whole bunch of these traps here. Doggone, these things work good. What about two?
What do I smell?
Huh?
Something smells. What is it?
Is it shoe polish?
No, it's stronger.
Is it cleaning fluid?
Mm-mm.
Is it me?
It's you, Gomer.
It's just this little bag of camphor balls.
Camphor balls?
Uh-huh. It's supposed to be good for a cold, and I'm coming down.
Well, I don't know if it's good for a cold, but it ought to be good for keeping the moths off your chest.
Congratulations, men. Do you see this? Once again, I have not been named Sergeant of the Week. Sergeant Porter got it this week. I think Sergeant Zaleski got it the week before that, and the week before that it was Sergeant Tully. But have I been named Sergeant of the Week? No. And do you know why I never make it? I'll tell you why. In order to be named Sergeant of the Week, I have to have the cooperation of my men. And I have not been getting that cooperation. Now, there are two ways I can get that. I can ask you all to please, please cooperate. That's one. And two, I can get on your backs and ride the tar out of you. Now, let's see. Let's try that
second wave first, shall we? All right, everybody on the road. We're going to double time it around the entire base.
Sergeant?
You heard me, Pyle, on the road.
Could I please be excused from that there run?
Be excused? Is that what you said?
Yes, sir. On account I think I'm coming down.
You're coming down? From where?
He's got a cold, Sergeant.
Rescue, get out of here.
That's right, Sergeant. I got a cold. I've been sniffing at these camphor balls. Don't seem to do no good. And I feel kind of heady. It's no two ways about it. I'm coming down.
Well, I've got a wonderful remedy for you. Just fill your mouth with water, then sit on a stove, and when the water boils, your cold will be gone. All right, Pyle, get out on the road and start running.
Sergeant, I really don't feel too good. If I could just...
I'm gonna sweat that cold out of you, Pyle. In fact, I might let you do a few extra laps. Fall in. There, hey, double tap, You all like the little trot you just had? Well, it's only the beginning, folks. I'm gonna get through to you people that I mean business till I am made Sergeant of the Week. I'm gonna stay on your backs until I get the kind of cooperation I want. Did you do your 2 extra laps?
I did, Sergeant. I really feel bad. Can I go sick bay?
Okay, Pyle. You can go to sick bay. But you hear me good. You better really have something. You better really be sick.
Easy does it now. There you go.
Goat's red, quite irritated. You've got yourself a good old-fashioned cold.
Felt myself coming down. I just knew it.
May I have some water, please? Here. Take one of these pills.
Is that one of them anti pills?
Antihistamine.
That's it. You know about that, do you?
Yes, I know about that. It'll probably make you drowsy for about 24 hours. You'll be all right tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Now go back to your barracks. Tell your sergeant I want you to get into your bunk and take the rest of the day off.
Yes, sir. And may I say, sir, I think you, Doctor, almost as good as Doc Crenshaw back home.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
You can go now.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I hope we meet again sometimes under happier circumstances. Bye, ma'am.
What do you think you're doing?
Getting into my bunk, Sergeant.
Why?
Doctor's orders. I'm sick.
Oh, really? What have you got?
Well, it's kind of a washed-out feeling. Bad cold's what it is.
Pyle, do you think I was born yesterday? I've seen this act 1,000 times. Get out of that bunk.
I can't, Sergeant. I just can't. Doctor told me to stay in my bunk till tomorrow. Said to tell you.
Oh, really? Well, isn't that convenient? You'll just happen to miss out on this afternoon's drill and this evening's hike.
Well, I sure am sorry about that, but you wouldn't want me to go against the doctor's orders, would you?
Oh, no. And just to make sure you didn't misunderstand the doctor, I'm gonna call him up myself and find out. You know what I mean, Pyle?
Sick bay. Who? Gomer Pyle's platoon sergeant?
Yes, ma'am. Can I speak to the doctor who examined Pyle?
Well, Lieutenant Ames had to step outside for a few minutes. If you don't mind waiting, you can hold on. Fine. He shouldn't be too long.
What do you think, Doc?
Not a chance, Billy. He's had it. Well, maybe if I'd seen him earlier, who knows, I might have been able to help him. Not now.
Well, I thought I'd get your advice before I took him to the vet.
Believe me, at this stage, a vet is a waste of time. Who takes care of the old boy here on the base?
One of the sergeants down at the stable. He's devoted to this horse. He's going to feel real bad.
Yeah, and not much I can tell a sergeant, but put him out in the fields and let him enjoy his last days.
Oh, yes. Lieutenant Ames is looking at the horse right now. Well, if you'd like to hold on, he should be in very soon. Fine. Just hold the wire.
All right. Let's have a look at that arm.
Oh, Lieutenant, you have 2 calls. The one on the right wants to know about the horse, and the one on the left wants to know about a Private Gomer Pyle.
Thank you. Prepare him for X-ray.
Yes, sir.
Which call was which?
The one on the right is about the horse.
Hello. It's Lieutenant Ames speaking.
Hello, sir. This is Sergeant Carter. I was wondering if you could give me any information on your examination.
Well, Sergeant, I guess the best way to put it is bluntly. He's on his way out.
Sir?
I'm sorry, Sergeant, but he's had it.
Really, sir? Are you sure?
Well, it happens to all of us sooner or later.
Well, I know, but...
Somebody's been riding him too hard. After all, when you have somebody on your back every day, sooner or later the wear and tear shows.
And there's nothing you can do?
I'm afraid not, Sergeant. Maybe if I'd seen him sooner. I don't know. Hello, this is Lieutenant Ames speaking. Hello? Hello? Guess he couldn't wait.
And he thinks he has a cold.
Pyle. Hi, Sergeant.
How do you feel, boy?
Gee, Sergeant, I feel just like I came back from the dead.
Don't say that. You just gotta rest, boy, that's all. You just have to get your rest.
But I gotta get out of bed. I gotta help make you Sergeant of the Week.
Who cares about Sergeant of the Week? I know I got the best private... No. The best man on the entire base in my platoon.
Who's that?
You, Pyle.
Golly. Thanks, Sergeant.
I wish I had a lot of men like you, Pyle. I know I pick on you more than I do the other fellows, but that's to keep them on the ball. You see that, don't you, boy? Huh?
Well, I'll be. Now I know why you was always on my back.
Please, Pyle.
Don't worry, though, Sergeant. If it helps the outfit, you ride me all you want to.
Who's calling, please? Sergeant Carter? Well, just a minute. I'll see if the lieutenant is in. It's Sergeant Carter, sir.
Carter? Oh, the animal lover. I've heard of cases of man's devotion to dumb animals, but this one outdoes Tarzan and Cheetah. Lieutenant Ames speaking.
Sir, I know that you said nothing could be done for him, but can anything be done for him? I mean, can't something be done for him?
Look, Sergeant, I told you this morning he's just beyond treatment.
I know, but, well, what are we going to do? Just let him fade out?
All you can do is try and make him comfortable.
Yes, sir. But if there were any suggestions you had on, well, how we could make him more comfortable. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I'll write it down.
You might give him an apple or a piece of sugar.
Apple or a piece of sugar. Yes, sir. I got it. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't quite get that. Yes, sir. I got a brush. Brushing. Right. Did you say flies, sir? You did. Keep the flies off him? Yes, sir. Anything else, sir?
That's about it, Sergeant. Just make sure he rests as much as possible.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. An apple, a piece of sugar, brush him, keep the flies off him.
What did you say, Sergeant? Something the matter? Golly, you look awful. I think you ought to be in this bed instead of me.
No. I'm all right.
I feel fine, Sergeant. I want to get up and do some work.
No. You gotta follow doctor's orders, Pyle.
I suppose the doctor means well. But did I ever tell you about my cousin Piedmont? Well, he had a cold and they put him to bed. Well, he was laying there one day and all of a sudden he went just like that.
He went just like that?
Mm-hmm. He always went like that when he had an idea. And this time his idea was to get up out of that bed and go to work. And sure enough, he felt all better.
Look, Pyle, I'm here to keep you comfortable. So as a favor to me, will you please stay in bed?
Well, okay, Sergeant. But just 'cause it's a personal favor to you, though, I wouldn't do this for nobody else.
Won't be any next time, that's all there is to it. We got this.
All right, you guys, knock off the noise. Knock it off.
Can't you see we got a sick man here? Here, Pyle. That'll be good for you.
Hey, Sergeant, thank you. It's just what I wanted. You know what they say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Sure is juicy. Won't you have some?
No, Pyle, you finish it. That'll keep the flies from bothering you.
Sir, that's real swell of you, sir.
Oh, another thing, Pyle, you don't have to call me sir anymore.
I know that was only in boot camp. I can just call you Sergeant.
Well, I mean, you can call me Vince.
Shazam.
After all, we're in the same outfit and all.
Gosh, I don't know where I can get used to calling you Vince.
We'll try. Okay?
Okay. Vince. But you gotta call me Gomer.
Okay, Gomer.
Boy, being sick can kind of be fun when you got a good buddy to take care of you. Right, Vince?
Right, Pyle.
Gomer.
Gomer. Sit up a little, Gomer. The doctor said this might make you more comfortable. Well, you just take it easy, Gomer. Maybe read a magazine or listen to the radio. Just relax. right. I guess you guys are wondering what's going on. Why I was doing all those things for Pyle. So I'll give it to you straight. He's a lot sicker than I thought he was. An awful lot sicker.
What's wrong with him, Sarge?
The doctor didn't say. All he said was there was no hope for him.
On the level?
According to the doctor, he hasn't got very long to go. Could be any day now.
There's nothing we can do? Nothing?
Nothing. Except keep him comfortable and make his last days as happy as we can.
Sarge, is he in any pain?
You know, Pyle. Would he say anything if he was? He's probably in torture this very minute. Don't go near him. Everybody outside. How come you're not? Don't nobody go back in there. You saw he's got the convulsions. Take a walk. Go to the PX, but stay out of there. I gotta speak to Lieutenant Ames right away.
Well, what seems to be the matter?
Yes. Excuse me, sir. You Lieutenant Ames?
Yes, Sergeant. Why? What seems to be the trouble?
Well, sir, I'm Sergeant Carter. Remember me? I spoke to you?
Yes. Why the panic? Anything wrong?
Well, sir, I know there's no hope, but I gotta do something. He's got the convulsions.
I didn't think it'd be this soon. Usually convulsions means the end is near at hand.
Oh, no.
I know how you feel, Sergeant. You have my deepest sympathies.
What a terrible way to go.
Yes. I've seen it many times.
Sir, what if we brought him here to the hospital? Couldn't we do that, sir?
Oh, come on, Sergeant. Maybe I have something here that'll help you. You should have one or two left. Here. Give him this pill. It may relieve some of the pain.
Give him this?
Yes, just pop it in his mouth.
How can a man swallow a pill this size?
A man can't, but a horse can. Just give him that pill. It may make his last days a little easier. Now, been quite a lucky horse at that.
A horse?
He's left a proud record. Years of faithful service to the Corps.
A horse?
Guadalcanal, Saipan, Iwo Jima, Korea. Animals like yours, Sergeant, are true heroes in every respect.
A horse.
One of our noblest creatures.
A horse?
Yes, Sergeant. A horse.
Excuse me, sir. Do you remember examining a Private Gomer Pyle the other day?
Gomer Pyle. Oh, yes. He had a cold virus. I told him to spend the day in his bunk. Why?
I mean, there wasn't anything serious?
A cold. Is that serious?
No, sir. Thank you, sir. A horse. It's for a horse.
How you been, so buddy? Where's everybody been? Hey, they're giving the weather report. There's a mass of cold air coming down from Canada. Night and early morning low clouds. It's a high today of 82. And did you know that the market opened steady?
All right, Pyle.
Sergeant Carter, Captain Brinson wants to see you.
Right now?
Right now.
All right, Pyle. You stay right where you are. Don't move an inch. I'll be right back. I got something I want to say to you.
Oh, you just take your time, good buddy. I'll wait for you.
Right over here, Sergeant. Yeah. All right, now smile.
Congratulations, Sergeant Carter. Sergeant of the Week.
Huh?
I'll read you the official citation. Sergeant Vincent Carter, Sergeant of the Week. Most highly recommended by Lieutenant C.F. Ames, medical officer, for his compassion, understanding, and deep regard for a dumb animal. Sergeant Carter sets an example worthy of the finest traditions of the Marine Corps. A leader whose exemplary behavior inspires both love and respect. Congratulations.
Hello, boy, Sergeant.
Hey, Vince, old buddy. What was it you wanted to say to me?
Nothing. I just wanted to say, hey, Gomer.
Well, hey, Vince. Bless you.
Thank you.
Well, bless you again. Vince, you know what I think, old buddy? I think you got my cold. Hey, Sergeant Carter? Hey, Sergeant, they told me you was feeling poorly. Are you coming down?
It's just a little cold. I was just taking a little nap and then back to work. In fact, I was just about to get up.
Oh, don't do that. You got to stay in bed.
No, it's all right. I'll be all right.
Now, you stay right where you are. You're sick.
Look, I've got some work I got to...
You know what else? I'm here to make you comfortable. See? Brought you an apple, a piece of sugar. I ain't gonna let them flies get at you. She's light.
Look, Pyle, you
know what else? I'm gonna take care of you just like you done for me, good buddy.
Pyle.
Gomer, call me Gomer. Oh, that's sweet. That's really nice.
Okay, Gomer. Who's the letter from?
Huh?
Who's the letter from? Blonde, brunette, or redhead?
Gray.
What?
It's from my grandpa.
Grandpa?
Grandpa Pyle. My grandpa on my daddy's side. And you know what? He's coming here in his trailer and everything just to see me. You see, he travels around in a trailer. Listen to this. When I stopped at Mayberry, they said my favorite fishing partner was in the Marines. Fishing wasn't the same. I couldn't look a worm in the face without thinking of you. Ha ha.
You and your grandpa are really close, huh?
Closer than two front teeth. Grandpa and me, we done a lot of hunting and fishing and talking together. I learned a lot from Grandpa. He knows just about everything there is to know. And you know something else? He was a cavalry sergeant in World War I.
Cavalry sergeant, huh?
In the U.S. Army. Listen to this. So you joined the Marine Corps. I thought I learned you better. Ha ha. The Doughboys used to have a joke about the Marines, but I won't tell it to you as your mama wouldn't like me to. Anyway.
All right, men. Fall into the rear of the barracks on the double.
Hey, Sergeant, I just got me a letter from my grandpa.
Swell.
He's coming here to visit.
Good.
Bless his heart.
Pyle, fall in.
Yes.
At ease. All right. Listen up. Battalion headquarters has decided that we should find out if any of you are potential non-com or officer material. If they had just asked me, I could have told them. But they decided that you should have a chance to lead this squad, to see if you can take over my job. So for the next few days, that will be our project. Each man will get a chance to lead this squad in close order drill, and I will be observing. We'll proceed alphabetically. Abrams, we'll start with you. Squad, hit, hut! Abrams, front and center.
Nice feller, Abrams. He writes home regular, but he ain't no Sergeant Carter.
Quiet the ranks! Take charge of the squad. Right! Hey! Forward! Halt! 1, 2, 3, 4. On the right flank, halt! On the right flank, halt! On the right flank, halt! 1, halt!
Not bad, Abrams. Not bad at all. Fall in. Next man, Bronson. Front and center.
He ain't no Sergeant Carter neither.
Quiet in the ranks.
Hey, Sergeant, can I see you a minute?
What do you want, Pyle?
Well, sir, I'd like to talk to you about my turn at leading the squad.
What's to talk about? I told you it was alphabetical. You get your turn when the P's come up. What's your hurry? Get back to your quarters.
No, Sergeant, that ain't it at all.
What is it then?
Well, I just soon not have a turn.
Huh?
I just soon not have a turn at leading the squad.
Just like that, you just soon not have a turn.
Well, it ain't that I don't want to do it. I do, but I'm afraid I'll disappoint you, and then I'll feel just awful.
Will you really?
So even though I do want to do it, I don't think I should do it, because the way I do it, I'm sure to be doing it the way you don't want it done.
What?
I said that even though I do want to do it...
Never mind. Pyle, we are talking about a battalion order, not ladies' choice at a dancing academy. Every man in this platoon will, repeat, will, drill his squad in close order drill. You are in this platoon. You will take your turn when it comes up.
Well, I'd like to, Sergeant, but I just...
Pyle, do you know the reason for this program? It's to train you to take over. Now, what if something happened to me in combat? Who would take over?
Golly, Sergeant, if something happened to you, I just wouldn't want to go on.
Oh, isn't that touching?
See, Sergeant, the reason that I'm begging off is, well, I just don't think I got them qualities of leadership. Now, followership, that's something else. I follow real good.
That's enough. You'll take your turn in this new program just like everybody else.
Yes, Sergeant. I sure follow better than I lead. Even when we used to go hunting, I don't think I...
Katie, you're the only girl that I adore. Oh, when I'm a moonshine. Come in.
Hey, Grandpa, guess who?
Gomer! Come in here, boy. Come in here, boy. Come in here. Good night, I Oh, Lordy. Let me take a look at you. Let me take a look at you. Still growing. You 6 foot?
Uh-huh.
You look 6 foot. Hey, what you got in there? A anvil?
Well, you know what to say, Grandpa. The Marine Corps builds men.
You got a weekend pass, ain't you?
Yep, I got the whole weekend.
Good. You sure growed up nice and tall.
I'm 6 foot.
You look 6 foot. Hey, Gomer, got a present for you. Right over there on the couch. That's for you.
Oh. Sweet dreams from the Grand Canyon. Ain't that pretty? Oh, and it's got a picture of it, too.
Yeah, I was there a couple of weeks ago. That's a big ditch, son.
Sure is pretty, Grandpa. Thank you. It's real thoughtful of you.
Oh, it ain't nothing. Let's settle down. Get to talking about that there Marine Corps you in. How you getting along?
Well, tolerable, just tolerable. Today wasn't a very good day.
Why? What happened?
Well, we got this new program where each man gets to close order drill the squad. What they're doing is they're looking out for fellers that could take over in case they had to.
Good, good. What's the problem?
Well, I ain't got no leadership to display.
What?
True, Grandpa.
For goodness sakes. Gomer, the Pyles has been known as leaders for generations.
Well, not me. I just couldn't get out there in front of all them men and pretend I'm the sergeant.
Tell me one thing. Would you like to be able to do it?
Sure. I'd like to more than anything, but I know I can't. I just ain't got the beller for it.
Gomer, stop talking like that. It ain't befitting a pal. I'll show you how to beller out them orders.
Grandpa, I don't know. I just can't start
Son,
doing...
it's easy. You gotta make it come from down here. Now listen. Prepare to mount. Come. Come on, get up, try it. Get up now and try it. Go on.
Prepare to mount. Mount.
Little lower now. Little lower. Draw sabers.
Draw sabers.
Little lower. Little lower. Bugler, blow charge.
Bugler, blow charge. See, don't that sound just awful?
No, it don't. It's just that, well, you need a little practice before you can practice. Tell you what, we'll work on it over the weekend. I'll get you some people to drill with.
Who would you get?
Why, I'll get well, I don't know, but I'll get you some people now. You can do it, son. Oh, you can too, a big boy like you, 6 foot. You're 6 foot, ain't you?
Uh-huh.
You look 6 foot.
Grandpa, I don't know about this.
Go on, boy. You can do it. Try it. Go on. They're waiting for you. Put them through their paces.
Squad, attention. That means attention. Y'all all got to stand up straight. Left, face. No. Everybody's got to turn this way. That's right. Forward. March. No, that means y'all all got to move out in that direction. That way. Come in here. Everybody, come back over here. Everybody get back over here and stand here.
You know what's the matter? You're too easy on them. Now, them troops you're going to drill are just like these kids here. You got to show them who's boss. Watch. All right, straighten up them ranks there. You down there, get that smile off your face. Suck in your stomach. Stand up straight. I'm talking to you. Pay attention to me. You hear me? Hey, come back here. Come on back here.
You bellered so loud, Grandpa, you scared the troops clean off.
Well, at least they know they've been bellered at. And you can do it too, boy.
I sure tried, Grandpa.
You can do it too. You're a big boy. You're 6 foot, ain't you?
Uh-huh.
You look 6 foot. Better get back in the trailer. Sword, cat, ha! Forward, ha! Help, hold your lil, hey, lil. Left flank, ha! To the right flank, ha! Left no blip, ha! Forward, ha!
Golly, Duke. You sure can beller. I wish I could do that, but I know I messed it up.
You gotta stop worrying about it, kid.
All right, all out, close order drill.
That means you too, Pyle. Especially you.
Come on, Gomer, you can do it. Come on.
One, two, right, hey.
Oliver, that was good. That was real good. Of course, you ain't me, but then who is? All in. At ease. Now, let's see who we're down to. Pyle. Front and center. Take charge of the squad.
Hey, fellers. Forward. March. I ain't moving.
They're still at ease.
Oh, I forgot. Squad, attention. Right, face. Right, face. Right. Right, face. At ease.
Pyle, march 'em. Drill 'em.
What? Attention. Right, face. Forward, march. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the rear, march. To the rear, march. To the rear, march. Rear march. To the rear march. Rear march. To the rear march. To the rear march.
Give 'em something else.
Right flank. March. Wait, whoa. Stop. Halt! Oh. Let's face it, Grandpa. There's no two ways about it. I'm just a failure as a leader.
Now, you stop saying that. You ain't a failure. You're a good, strong boy. You got a good head on your shoulders. You're 6 foot. It's just one thing that you don't have. One little thing. And that's confidence. And now, son, there's where I can help you.
I don't know, Grandpa. If you don't have confidence, nobody can give it to you.
Well, I don't know about that. Gomer, we ain't licked yet. All you need is confidence. Confidence. Yes, sir, my boy, with a little confidence, you can do anything. Anything. And this is going to give it to you.
What's that? Excelsior.
That's right. Excelsior means high, up, up. Gomer, would it surprise you to know that that was the emblem of my daddy's regiment in the Spanish-American War?
No.
Rode up San Juan Hill attached to your great-grandpa's saddle right alongside of Colonel Teddy.
This here emblem?
That there emblem.
Shazam. Great-granddaddy Pyle was a brave man, wasn't he?
Brave leader. Gomer, you know, when I first went into World War I never had a dime's worth of confidence. I was just as scared as you are.
Oh, that couldn't be, Grandpa.
Oh, yes. Until my daddy gave me this. He said, as long as you have that, you'll be a leader. And I carried it, and I was. That little emblem right there.
You mean it's magical like?
Well, that's one way to describe it. Just put it in your pocket. Now, recollect, son, that ain't no ordinary piece of metal you got there. When that was attached to your great-grandpa's saddle, he was fighting his way up San Juan Hill, yard by yard, fighting like a man inspired. Colonel Teddy turned to him. He said, Pyle, you're fighting like a man inspired. That's what he said. Bullets was a-flying every which way. Men was turning back, but not your great-grandpa. And when the smoke of battle cleared, there he was, planting Old Glory smack on top of San Juan Hill. And that little emblem you got in your pocket was with him every step of the way. Now, can you tell me that having that emblem don't make you feel no difference? Don't you feel about 10 foot tall?
I do, Grandpa. I declare I do.
You look 10 foot. Try a couple of commands.
Squad to hut. Right. Hey.
Did you hear that, Grandpa? I sure did, boy. You know, with that in your pocket, when you get out there to drill them troops, you'll make that Sergeant Carter look like a recruit.
Right.
What's the matter, son?
Just happened to think, Grandpa, you only get one chance at leading a squad, and I've already had mine.
Well, don't you worry. You'll get a second chance.
But how?
Well, I don't know, but things has a way of happening to folks that has that emblem.
How?
Yes, sir.
Man. Come in, sir. What can I do for you?
I'd like to talk to you, Sergeant.
Yes, sir. Let me get you a chair.
No need to get a chair. I'll just stand.
Well, I just thought you'd be more comfortable.
The only time I'm more comfortable sitting down, Sergeant, is on a horse. You can sit down if you're tired.
No, I'm not tired.
You spend quite a lot of time behind the desk, don't you, Sergeant?
Not any more than most. I mean...
You know, it's funny. You're shorter than I figured you'd be. How tall are you?
Huh?
You 6 foot?
No, I'm...
You don't look 6 foot. Of course, you make up for it by being bigger around the waist.
I always keep myself in perfect physical condition.
In my day, sergeants was tough as hardtack. Of course, you're in pretty good shape. For the shape you're in.
Look, would you mind telling me what you want to talk to me about? And I didn't get the name.
Pyle. Sergeant Otis Pyle, U.S. Cavalry, retired.
Pyle? You mean...
Gomer's grandpa, that's right. You know, the reason I come over to talk to you, Sergeant, after hearing Gomer talk, I decided you was the brightest non-com around. And now that I've met you, I'm sure of it.
Huh?
The way you keep them young fellers from having a chance to take over is a work of genius.
What? Now, wait a minute. I give him a chance. Right now, we're conducting leadership tests.
Oh, gosh.
What?
You should see old Army game. You give 'em one chance. And if you see they're beginning to catch on, you slam the door. Huh? Is that it?
Beginning to catch... Look, that grandson of yours, he had his chance, and you know what he did? He blew it.
Of course he did. And not giving him a second chance is a smart way to play it.
Now, just a minute.
You might be a little soft around the middle, but not up where it counts.
Your grandson will get a second chance. Tomorrow is an inspection day. The men will have their rifles. He will really get a chance. And it will be a pleasure to see what he does with it. A real pleasure. And it will also be a pleasure to have you as my personal guest, Mr. Pyle.
Sergeant Pyle, U.S. Cavalry, retired.
Pyle, front and center. All right, Private. They're all yours.
What? Ten hut. Right. Hey.
Hurry it up, Pyle.
Right shoulder. Forward. Forward. March. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the rear. March. Left shoulder. Forward. Hey, wait. To the rear. March. One, forward, march. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the right, march. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the right flank, march. On the left flank, march. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Gosh, Grandpa, I can't thank you enough for all you done for me.
I just done what one good soldier would do for another.
Well, I don't know. If you hadn't brought great-granddaddy's good luck piece for me, it sure done the trick.
You think that emblem was what done it, huh?
Of course it was, Grandpa.
Well, I don't know about that. Come over here, Gomer. Let me have it.
Ain't you gonna let me carry it in my pocket no more?
Yeah, he won't be needing it no more. Let's put it back where it belongs.
Shazam!
That's right. Now that you know what you can do, you won't be lacking confidence no more.
Then it wasn't great-granddaddy's emblem that made me do it at all.
No, and it wasn't some dinkus off a refrigerator door, neither. Just recollect, son. It ain't what you got in your pocket that counts. It's what you got in there.
Hey, Duke, looky here. It's a letter from Grandpa. Good. You won't read it? No. Then I'll read it to you. Dear grandson, it was sure good to visit you at the Marine Corps base. I am glad I got to meet your sergeant. Always remember, boy, there is one man who will always stand behind you no matter what, and who will help you with your problems no matter how big or small. And that man is me, your grandpa. As for your fat-headed sergeant, just follow his loudmouth orders and you will be all right. I hope to come back in a few weeks and see how you are doing. Hey, Sergeant. Letter from Grandpa. You want to read it?
Millard? Here. Slater? Here. Davenport? Here. Coogan? Here. Moskowitz?
Philadelphia, Lois Frieder.
Right. Here's the next one.
Yeah.
Atlanta, Georgia, Sally Rose Jones.
Right. That's amazing, Duke. How do you do that?
Very easy, Gomer. I just make sure I never give any of them the same perfume.
Pyle?
Here I am.
Spencer? You? Volkowitz? Yeah. Pyle?
Hey, you want to smell?
Gomer, that smells like gasoline.
It is. It's from Wally, fella I used to work for at the filling station back home. You're so good at guessing. See if you can guess what this is. Regular or high octane?
Oppenheim? Yep. Mitchell? Ross?
Dear Gomer, that's the way he starts.
Gomer, read it to yourself, will you, buddy?
Don't you want to hear Wally's letter?
Do I have to?
Well, he writes a real nice letter.
Okay, let's hear it.
Dear Gomer, enclosed you'll find some mail that was sent to you here at the filling station. Regards, Wally.
That's it?
Uh-huh. Ain't that nice? It's real short and to the point.
Yeah. You ought to save them. Put them in a book someday, you know? The Life and Letters of Gomer Pyle.
I can always tell when you're pulling my leg, Duke. You get an insincere look in your eyes. Hey, Duke, listen to this. Don't be a wallflower. Be the life of the party. Learn to dance. This ticket entitles you to one free lesson at the Plaza Dance Studio.
What good does that do you, Gomer? It's dance studios in Mayberry.
Ain't that a shame? A free dance lesson, and I have to pass it up.
Well, you know how to dance, Gomer. I've seen you.
Yeah, but they got some new things out nowadays. You know them South American steps?
Well, if you're so anxious to learn, why don't you go to a dance studio here in town? There's one on Grant Street. I've passed it a lot of times.
I will, Duke. The very next Liberty.
Good. And when you become another Fred Astaire, don't forget your old buddy Duke.
You got that insincere look again.
Look, why don't you admit it? You made a mistake, so let's just pack up and get out of here.
I told you we're not leaving. This is one of the fastest growing towns in the country. I'm telling you, there's a lot of money here, and we can get some of it.
Well, when you do, give $75 of it to the landlord.
Was he here again?
Yeah, about 10 minutes before you came in.
$75 a month for this fire trap.
3 weeks I've been sitting here. 3 weeks just waiting for somebody to come through that door. Just one patsy.
Hey there.
Well, one of our fighting men in uniform. It's always nice to welcome one of our boys in service.
Are you Mr. Fay?
That's right, and this is Mrs. Fay. Our friends call us Fred and Ginger.
Well, hey, Fred. Hey, Ginger. My name's Gomer Pyle, Private Gomer Pyle, and I got this in the mail. I was just wondering if you people have a plan like that one there, and if you do, I'd like to get my free dance lesson here. I can dance some, but what I want to get a whack at is some of that South American stuff.
Well, as a matter of fact, we do have reciprocal agreements with other dance studios throughout the United States and Canada. Now, I'll check and see if the Plaza Dance Studio in Mayberry is listed. May I have the reciprocal agreement, Ginger?
Oh, the reciprocal agreement.
Thank you. Let's see here. Plaza Dance Studio, Mayberry. You're in luck, Gomer. We can give you the free dance lesson.
Well, I sure would be much obliged.
And there is no time like the present to start. Ginger, give Gomer his free lesson.
Oh, I'd love to.
Ain't I lucky? Imagine you folks having the same kind of plan they got back home. I hope I don't dance too bad for you.
Oh, I'll bet you'll be the best pupil I've had in weeks.
Oh, Ginger, may I speak to you for a second? Look, this clown could be our in at the Marine base.
Sweetie, leave it to me. Oh, yes, we'll start with the cha-cha-cha, but before we put the record on, let me just show you the basic counts, all right?
All right.
Now, you come right here. And we begin, and 1, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha, 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 2, 3. Good, Gomer. 2, 3, cha-cha-cha, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha, 2, 3. Now keep your shoulders up. Cha-cha-cha, you can relax a little bit. And cha-cha-cha, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha, 2, 3. Well, you did just fine.
You mean ours up already?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it's been an hour and 15 minutes.
Boy, don't time fly when you're having fun.
Oh, that was just fine, Gomer. Fine.
Well, I can't tell you how much I appreciate your kindness. It was real nice of you to give me that free dance lesson. Thank you, Ginger.
Yes.
Thank you, Fred. It was a pleasure meeting both of you. Well, I expect I better be getting back now. So, bye.
Well, now, hold it. Wait a minute. What about your other lessons? You just can't quit after your first free one.
You mean I get more free lessons?
Well, no, only the first one is free, but that is given on the condition that you sign up for a full course.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Well, of course.
Otherwise, we'd just be in business to give free lessons.
And we'd like to do that because we enjoy our work, but we have to pay the rent. Now, you could take our minimum course, which is 10 lessons, for only $50.
$50?
Oh, well, it would be for your own good, Gomer. With only one lesson under your belt, you'd be a menace on that dance floor.
Fred's right, Gomer. That would be like giving someone one driving lesson and then turning them loose on the highway.
Yeah, but $50.
Well, now, I said you could take that course, but I wouldn't advise it for you. No, I think you'd be better off with our 3-month plan. Now, that costs $100, but you have 3 months to pay, and that comes to just a little over $33 a month.
Well, that's a little better.
Maybe the 6-month plan would be even better than that, Fred. That's only $25 a month.
Well, actually, I think the 2-year plan would be cheaper, Ginger. That would come to just $20 a month.
You know, the 5-year plan would be even cheaper. After only one small down payment, Gomer, all you'd have to pay is $15 a month. What do you think?
Well, I don't know. I'm only a private, and we don't make much. Don't you have a serviceman's rate, maybe?
Well, I understand, Gomer, but why didn't I think of it? I have the perfect plan for you. Tailor-made for the man with a small income. It's our cheapest course.
What's that?
I don't know why I didn't think of it. It's our lifetime plan.
Lifetime plan?
That's right. Now, our lifetime plan enables you to take as many lessons as you want, when you want them, at any one of our studios throughout the world.
Well, how much is that one?
Well, according to our mortality rates, a fellow your age on the lifetime plan would wind up paying an average of 8 cents a lesson.
Only 8 cents? Well, I sure ought to be able to afford 8 cents a lesson.
Oh, that's good. Now, if you'll just sign these contracts, both copies, please.
Lifetime contract, huh?
Good anywhere in the world.
Shazam! Cha-cha-cha. 3, 2, cha-cha-cha. Shoulders back, cha-cha-cha. Relax, cha-cha-cha. That's fine, Gomer. 3, 2, cha-cha-cha. 4, 2, cha-cha-cha. 2.
Pyle!
Oh, hey, Sergeant. I finished my noon chow early so I could come back and do this.
What do you think you're doing?
Practicing my cha-cha. Do you cha-cha?
Pyle, this is a Marine barracks, not a ballet school. Knock it off.
I'm sorry, Sergeant. I was just practicing so I'd be better for my next lesson.
You what?
My next lesson, I signed up for dancing lessons.
You signed up for what?
Dancing lessons over at the Faye Dance Studio. They gave me this free lesson, and then I signed up for
You signed something? Did you sign a piece of paper?
Uh-huh, I signed a...
Let me see what you signed. Let me see it. A lifetime contract?
Uh-huh, they gave me a badge and everything.
How many times do I have to tell you, Pyle, you don't sign anything? Pyle, how many times do I have to tell you that Marines are easy prey for crooks and swindlers? These are con artists, and you have been conned.
Oh, no, Sergeant.
The minute you have to sign something, you can smell the swindle.
But, Sergeant, if I just...
Tonight, right after chow, you're going to take me over to that school. I'm going to meet these crumbs, and I'm going to get you out of this thing.
But I don't want to get out.
I'm going to get you out of it.
But, Sergeant...
Out, I'm going to get you out.
This is the place right here, but I don't really want to get out of it, Sergeant.
Now, Pyle, I'm doing this for your own good. You wait right here. I'll be right back.
Well, 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 one of our fighting men in uniform. It's always nice to welcome one of our boys in service. Can I help you, Sergeant?
You sure can. I'll say you can. One of my men was in here yesterday. Gomer Pyle. He tells me that... Gomer Pyle. He tells me that you people sold him a lifetime membership. Now...
Fred, did you see the way he walked?
If I didn't see it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it.
Walk toward us again.
Huh?
Just back up and walk toward us again. I want to see something. There. Now, come on. Come on. Amazing. A man so strong and so muscular, and he walks as softly as a cat.
Yeah, like a large cat.
Sergeant, dance a couple of steps for me.
What?
Oh, for me, please.
Well, maybe the sergeant is a little self-conscious with an audience. I've got some work to do in the back.
Shall we? Just like a cat. Like a big, graceful cat.
Hey, Sergeant, how did it go? Did you have any trouble?
Pyle, you don't understand anything, do you?
Huh?
You fool, you ought to have your head examined signing a lifetime contract for dancing lessons.
I'm sorry, Sergeant.
You should have taken the 5-year plan like I did.
Carter.
Yo! Davenport.
Hey, I got a letter from the dance studio. They're writing to me like we was pen pals. You got one from them too, Sergeant.
Davenport. Here. Dugan. Here. What?
What's the matter, Sergeant?
Well, it's a bill. A bill for $250.
You see, Sergeant, I told you not to take that 5-year plan. That's the one with the big down payment. You should have taken the lifetime plan like me. My bill's only $10 a month for life.
$250.
Hey, Sergeant! Wait a minute, my thing's over there.
Relax, I'll lead, Gomer.
As soon as I learn how to lead, I'll be able to dance in any direction I want to.
Gomer's just about finished, Sergeant. Are you ready for your lesson today?
I am not taking a lesson today.
You're not?
I'm not taking a lesson today or any other day.
Well, is something the matter, Sergeant?
You bet there is. This contract. I want out.
I sure am sorry, Sergeant. I thought we'd be kind of like classmates.
Well, can't you see what's going on here? This whole dance school is a swindle.
A swindle?
It's a racket. Nothing but a racket.
Well, how are our 2-star pupils getting along?
Gomer's doing just fine, dear, but Sergeant Carter seems to have a problem.
Oh, something I can help you with, Sergeant?
Yeah, I'm quitting. I want to be let out of my contract.
The sergeant thinks he's being swindled.
Oh, well, this is hard to believe. Is this true, Sergeant?
That's right.
Well, Sergeant, I'm a reasonable man, and this is a respectable business. We don't believe in pressuring people. Now, if you don't want any more lessons, you don't have to take any more lessons.
I don't?
Of course not. If you don't want any, you don't have to take any.
Well, that's awfully decent of you.
Not at all.
Well, I guess I'll be going. Coming, Pyle?
Sure, Sergeant.
Oh, Sergeant, didn't you forget something?
Forget something?
Yes. The first installment on your bill. $250.
But you said I didn't have to take the lessons.
That's right. You don't have to take the lessons. You just have to pay the bills.
What are you trying to do?
Now, look, buddy, we are not running a charity ball. You signed a contract. You're going to pay.
We'll see about that.
Well, you will.
I will not.
You want me to bring legal action?
Do you want me to bring legal action?
Listen, I'll call you commanding officer.
Wait a minute. Now, I know that there's a way out of this. Mr. Fay, why don't you tear up the sergeant's contract like he wants you to? And, Sergeant, why don't you sign a new contract? A lifetime one like I got. It's only pennies a day.
Now, what can I do for you?
Well, sir, you see, I'm a sergeant, and I got a lot of men under me. And my job is not only teaching them how to be Marines, but I got to be like a buddy to them. Most of them are just young kids who've never been away from home before. And they get clipped by every kind of con game there is.
Yes, Sergeant, I know.
Well, I try to steer them clear of these crooks. But when these kids go into town, I can't keep my eye on every one of them.
Oh, I understand.
Well, there's this dance studio in town. Now, it's a clip joint if ever I saw one. They get these kids in there and make them sign their lives away for dancing lessons.
And one of your men signed a contract.
Yes, sir.
And you want me to help him get out of it?
Well, not really. He's happy with the lessons.
Well, then just what is it you want me to do?
Help me get out of mine.
You, Sergeant? You signed one of those contracts.
Well, yes, sir. Actually, I did it because I was trying to trap him. Yeah, that's it. I was trying to trap him.
Well, it seems your little scheme backfired. It looks like they trapped you.
Yeah, it looks like that.
You have the contract with you?
Yes, sir.
Fay Dance Studio. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it all seems in good order.
But I want out.
I'm afraid, Sergeant, there's nothing you can do. The contract is legal. You can't get out of it unless they let you out of it.
You mean I gotta pay all that money?
Yes. I'm sorry to say. As long as the dance studio provides the services they promise you in this contract, a suitable place, a qualified partner, made reasonably available to you, this contract is binding.
And there's nothing I can do?
Nothing. I do have one suggestion, Sergeant.
Yes, sir?
Buy yourself a pair of dancing shoes. You'll need them.
Laundry, $5.75. Insurance, $17.50. Company fund, $10. Allotment for mother, $50. Dancing lessons, $250.
Hey, Sergeant. You ain't very happy, are you, Sergeant?
No, I'm not.
Well, I sure wish there was something I could do to cheer you up. I feel like this whole thing's my fault.
I said forget it.
Maybe if you went and took a dancing lesson with me tonight, you'd feel better. Kind of lonesome there without you.
You miss me, huh?
Uh-huh. Not only me, but Fred and Ginger miss you, too.
I'll bet.
That's right. Fred said if you didn't come back to see him soon, he was going to ask the company commander if he couldn't come here to see you.
You said that?
That's right. It's just one thing I don't understand, Sergeant. If you've got to pay for them dancing lessons, how come you don't take them?
Look, if you're gonna take a dancing lesson tonight, go. Just leave me alone.
Hey, Sergeant, I got an idea.
Good, now go.
No, wait a minute, listen. Why don't I scout around for somebody to take over your contract?
Swell. Why stop with one? Why stop with one? Why not get 2, 3, 4? Why not get the whole base to take dancing lessons?
Well, I don't know about it.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did you hear what I just said? Look, you're going there for a dancing lesson tonight? Get a stack of those contracts. Lots and lots of contracts. Sign these contracts and hand them back. Just sign them and do as I tell you. Pass the rest of these out down there.
What's this all about? Who wants dance lessons anyway?
Just sign the contract. Sign it.
Yeah, but why do we have to do
Don't
that?
ask so many questions. Sign it. Sign it.
But I still don't see why...
Sign it. Sign it.
Sergeant, I can't tell you how happy I feel. But what did you change your mind about my place for and bring me all the business?
Well, Fred, do you mind if I call you Fred?
Please.
Well, Fred, I got to thinking it's not such a bad deal after all. I mean, dancing is exercise. It could be good for the man.
It's wonderful,
We don't get to do our tango.
Go, man. Go, go, go.
Out this minuet and put on some steam, baby.
When are we going to get to do our tango? Done our tango yet.
I quit! I quit!
You can't quit. You can't quit. We got contracts, right, fellas?
Oh, well, just see about that! Contract my foot!
Ginger, what are you doing?
She's turned up all the contracts.
I quit!
Yeah, how about that?
Quit!
She didn't get mine. She still owes me a tango.
You're a free man, Pyle. You're free, I'm free. She tore up my contract.
Still never did get the tango. Okay, Duke, close your eyes. Here's the first one.
Go again. Here. Moskowitz.
Forget it, Gomer. I got so overheated dancing last night I caught a cold.
Tyler.
Right here. Well, at least I know it's not a bill from a dance studio.
No. Here. Now. Right here. Watson.
How about that? It's a bill from a lawyer for $100. Did you sign up for some law lessons, Sergeant?
Who you? আরে আমার চেয়ারে বই আমার জায়গায় আমি কে? আপনার ওহো, আপনি অফিসে চাকরি করতেন? চাকরি করতেন মানে? এখনো চাকরি করি। আরে ভাই আগে কি করতেন সেটা ভুলা যান। এখন থেকে এই রুমটা হইলো আমার স্যারের। আমি হইলাম স্যারের এসপি না পিএস। এখন থেকে স্যারের রুমে আমিও বসুন, ঠিক আছে? স্যার স্যারটাই লুকিয়ে ঠিক আছে। আকাশ থেকে পড়ে নাই তো ভাই, আপনি বুঝেন না কেন? আর কথাবার্তা একটু ঠিক করে বলেন, স্যারের তো ধ্যান নষ্ট হয়ে যাবে। স্যার আসছে আইসা ম্যাডামের রুমে গেছে, ম্যাডামের রুম থেকে হাঁটতে হাঁটতে এই রুমে আসছে, কারণ ম্যাডাম এই রুম দেখাই দিচ্ছে, বুঝতে পারছেন? আপনি স্যারের পিএস না যাই হন, সামনে বসেন না পিছনে বসেন এটা আমার জানার দরকার নাই। ওঠেন ওঠেন।
ভাই এদিকে আসুন।
হ্যাঁ বলেন, আমি শুনতেছি।
কাছে আসুন প্লিজ।
হ্যাঁ বলেন, কি বলবেন বলেন।
আপনি যত জোরে চিৎকার করছেন সেটা কোনো অফিসের শৃঙ্খলার মধ্যে পড়ে না। আপনি অফিসের শৃঙ্খলা তো ভঙ্গ করছেনই, শব্দ দূষণও করছেন। আপনি আমার ধ্যান ভঙ্গ করেছেন।
দেখছেন, আমি কয়বার কইলাম যে স্যারের ধ্যান ভেঙে যাবো, আমি আস্তে কথা কন। সরি, আস্তে কথা কন।
আপনি যদি চেয়ার টেবিল হারানোর বেদনায় কাতর হয়ে থাকেন, সে অভিযোগ ম্যাডামের কাছে করুন, উনি সমাধান দেবেন।
যান যান যান, গো 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 আউটসাইড গো গো। আরে ভাই যান না, আপনি কি ইংলিশ বুঝেন না? বাংলায় কেমন? বাইর হন ভাই, বাইর হন না রে ভাই। এ কি স্যার, বাংলাও বুঝে না ইংলিশও বুঝে না, খাম্বার মতো এখানে খারাপ হয়েছে স্যার, যত সব। জি স্যার।
এই মন্টু ভাই, এদিকে
বলেন, কি বলবেন?